Good night and welcome back down to the heart of music in the Roanoke Valley Klean Studios. I'm the one and only Eric Reynolds, and this is the Biscuits and Gravy Podcast, the most electric thing to hit Roanoke since trains. I don't know. No, but as you can see, the setup's a little bit different tonight. Brighton is unfortunately not here. Klean is off camera, but behind me, I have our guest for the afternoon. This is Lost in Space Camp, Roanoke's very own. And they've got a little treat for us tonight, so I'm going to get the fuck out of the way and enjoy. Ron, give me a little bit of intro music. Bring me in. Bring me in officially. Bring me in officially. That's so nice. That's just like, ladies and gentlemen, biscuits and motherfucking gravy.
Oh, okay.
Right to the brain.
I was gonna scat on it. It's probably good you stopped it.
I just want to call out on the top of the episode, we are missing a dear colleague, Mr. Brighton Douglas, gone but not forgotten. He's not dead. He's just in Daytona, Florida, which is maybe
Pretty much
worse.
dead, right?
They're lying
Maybe
to you.
worse.
He's dead.
Could
He's
be
not
worse.
coming back.
End up dead. Being down in
But
Florida.
no,
Gators.
he's at the race, so he's in good hands with NASCAR fans, I think.
Respect.
He's in
Largest
Where's the camera
spectator
at?
sport in the
Where's
world.
the
Can I
camera
get an amen?
Amen.
He's a great. He's
Sorry,
a great.
I just needed to.
He's got to break the fourth wall
Yeah,
there.
break the fourth wall there.
Got to break the fourth wall.
I mean, the spirit of Dale Earnhardt Jr. will be there with him.
Yeah, he'll be right there.
Also, we're
Right
sweet.
there. Okay, but no, so you saw them open up the episode, but this is Lost in Space Camp, guys. So welcome them down. Ron, give me some crowd folk. Oh yes, studio audience fucking loved them. I loved them. I was over here bobbing
That's so
my
nice
head.
of you, studio audience.
Gave myself a little bit of whiplash in the
Yeah.
neck, but it's good. It's good. So give me each one of you guys' names, please.
Austin, nicely.
I'm Ethan. I'm not giving you my last name. I'm kidding. It's X-Line.
My name's Bailey.
Austin,
X-Line.
Yes.
Ethan, Bailey, and you are Lost in Space
We are
Camp.
lost in space camp.
Yes, we
All
are.
of it.
Welcome
Yeah.
down to Klean Studios. We're so happy to have you guys, and we're super happy to have you guys perform. That's a first time thing here, so
Yeah.
thank you.
A lot
Thank
of
you.
firsts
love-
that can happen
I
tonight.
love
That's
which
first
is probably
times,
good
man.
or bad for Max.
Yeah, he shaved his head.
Yo, man,
so
no one's ever dumped on your
he's-
floor in the middle of a
he's
performance
ready.
in your basement, right? That's never happened before.
We're
Not
going
live.
crazy.
Tonight
we're
is
going
a night
full.
of
Please do not dump
we're
on
going
my
full
floor.
stones on this bitch. Turn it into Keith Moon's hotel.
No,
Ozzy
you-
Osbourne,
dude.
please.
I want to be friends with Max still after this.
We love Max and we love Klean Studios hosting us down here. But no, guys, Lost in Space Camp, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have a full band down here. This is the first time we've filled up the other couch too.
Oh, really?
So
Such
we've
a famous band, too.
we've
Like,
only
y'all
ever
were
had-
lucky to get us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had to track you guys down. The tour bus stopped off in this little podunk town to see us.
please come
Like,
and be
yeah,
on
Yeah,
the
we drove
podcast.
from
please.
Benton to Daleville.
Please. The long trek from Vinton to Daleville.
It was like 4 text messages and 2 Instagram messages to
A
get this
2-hour
happening.
bike ride.
It would have been a 2-hour bike ride if my car didn't get fixed in time.
Yeah,
But thankfully,
Yes.
happen.
That'd have been hilarious with your bass amp like
We just
attached to
drag
your
it- just
back
dragging
or
it
something.
Just dragging it
that's what I
behind.
was telling them. I got my little red wagon. I'll just put that thing in there, bike all the way here.
Just loaded up like the Grinch's sled. Just fucking like, it's just like.
Wait, is it really high? Like,
Yeah, he's got to be really high. He's like,
wiping the sweat off his brow. Just so much. I'll get there in 2 hours.
Get there eventually.
no, but my first question, I want to start off.
Yeah.
So I went on Spotify to listen to you guys, and genres are hard, right? It's hard to define genres, but let me know what math rock is.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So
Austin is the man for this
once
question.
upon a time, and they still sort of exist in some capacity, but there's a band called Don Caballero, and they started doing stuff in what Bailey was it early '90s? Is that when that first?
That
record?
sounds right to me.
Yeah, dog was got the dog on it. It's 4 Problems. Someone's gonna call me out on this.
Look
I
it
have
up
no
on
idea.
Wikipedia.
Wow, I'm a
All
big
I
fan
know
Better than
is
we
my
do.
favorite albums are What Burns Never Returns
Yeah.
and American Dawn.
American Dawn's great.
I
Anyway,
can
so
say that with
they were
conviction.
doing this weird
Dawn.
thing, right, in the early '90s, and then like the late '90s is when American Dawn came out. That was a big record for Bailey and I. And basically, like they're doing this thing. They're kind of genre bending. They're doing a little bit of fusion jazz, a little bit of post-hardcore, a little bit of like prog rock, a little bit of like
Twinkly.
ska every once in a while. I don't know how they throw that in there. I don't know what that means in terms of math rock, but like it's kind of the smorgasbord of things.
Yeah.
But like what's typical is just the technical guitar work, tappy stuff, a lot of clean. Again, like a little bit of emo started to pop up around that time. So they are doing this thing
And odd
people-
time signatures.
Yeah, they're doing on time signatures, and it sounds technical. So like these music critics were like, "Oh, it sounds math. It's called math rock." Don Caballero hated that title, and when we started playing this type of music or whatever you want to call it, I was like, I don't understand. But now I understand why I hate it too, because
That
people
makes so much more sense
It's-
in that context.
It's so
Yeah,
much
people
more
hate it.
about history than it is about the actual reality
Yeah.
of the music.
So-
It is not technically complicated, and any decent drummer will look at my drumming and tell you the exact same thing.
Yeah, there was a dude in an office that looked kind of like me, dressed like I am right now, that said, "It sounds like fucking math, dude."
yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. It sounds like math, and they're like, "Wait, no, but like, why don't you?" What am I doing?
There's no beer in there.
My
I'm
opinion,
like,
got
what,
it.
like, you know, like, what does it sound like math? He's like, I don't know. It fucking sounds like math, dude. But it's not mathy at all.
And
It's
see, right there is the actual explanation
rocks.
for the phenomenon. It's about a palette of sounds you expect to hear. It's not about actually adding things up. That's pretty good pour. Man, that's like 7 fingers of foam.
No
That's
gas
solid.
will be getting into your
look
stomach.
at that. No, we're letting it breathe. Okay.
Do you ever do
It's
the-
called
We're doing
aerating.
the
Ever
little,
heard of it?
That's
the tongue with the salt
We're
and it
doing-
eats the foam.
We're doing a Guinness pour here. We're doing
You
a
know what I'm talking
Guinness
about?
pour.
Have you done what you're talking about, Bailey? Dude, if you take it like if you take your finger
Damn, I forgot my glass.
and you lick your finger and you touch the top of the foam.
Yes.
The salt. You ever seen that happen before?
You can do that. You can do it
So
like
cool
with
looking.
the like.
I haven't seen that
behind
happen,
your
but I
ear.
have seen a Miller Lite
Sounds
almost go over the top of a glass.
Look at that. We're just gonna
For
let
sure.
that just cook. We're gonna let that marinate
That's
for
lovely.
a second.
I like that.
Yeah, it's lovely.
No, but no, I saw Math Rock and I was like, dude, are we doing this on TI-84s? But that's
That'd be cool.
I love to hear the actual story of it and how it's just like a out of touch record. Exactly.
Yeah,
Far
yeah,
be it
really.
from
It's
us.
a shitty. It's a shitty thing. I don't know because it's not wrong. I can't
Yeah.
not call ourselves math rock in some capacity,
Yeah.
but I always have to be like, no, Uncle Joey, it is not us singing songs about equations. Like,
Yeah, it's
This
not.
is not
that
the
joke-
Fibonacci
quadratic
sequence.
formulas.
like I don't know what it'd be like to be a successful math rock band
Right.
and have that
That was
all
your gig.
directions all the time. Like I'm tired of it, so I can't imagine what like. I don't know what like Invalids probably feels like. Even Polyphia probably feels a certain way about it.
It also
like
feels important to
Tool?
mention we're
Tool
we're not the
math rock?
definitive people on this.
Bailey got
There's
this.
probably someone in the world that
I'm-
would consider Tool some
I
form
think
of math rock.
I think
Prog
math
Rock.
rock.
they have
Oh.
a significant relationship with what math rock is now. I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like prog rock, but like 2.0. That's really the best way to, because like I always, when people ask what we sound like, I stopped saying math rock. And even though like there's a big emo influence to their music too, I kind of stopped even saying that to some. I would just be like, we sound like sad, fast Pink Floyd, or my favorite is we sound like emo Rush, and people would go,
Okay.
oh,
I like
But
emo
no,
Rush.
the problem
And they
is
go, yeah.
the problem is a lot of people think something when they hear the word emo that doesn't have a relationship to what we're talking
Yes.
about when we say
Right.
emo. It's
they have a
like
different connotation.
we're not talking dang like Hawthorne Heights. We're talking more like My Chemical Romance.
It's like-
more
I
than-
don't think that's better.
I don't know. No, they're. I
It's
mean,
like
they're
the
both.
emotional side of emo.
I don't know. It, like
actually.
I'm a big Get Up Kids fan.
Yeah.
Like we're big
Again,
American
it's about
football
sound
fans.
palettes.
Yes.
It's not
American
about.
football was what jumped to my
genuine
mind.
Yeah,
That's
but-
kind of my entryway.
Okay.
That's I think
Yeah,
that's
no,
most
but
people's
that's
entryway.
appropriate. Yeah, no, for sure.
But so that fits like the like Midwest emo like kind of thing. So
Yes.
what about the Midwest is key to that scene? That was a big question. I had.
Potatoes.
I have a feeling it's just Midwest emo because those bands were just from the Midwest.
Midwest.
Ohio.
Yeah.
It was
Ohio.
to try and
Chicago.
Illinois.
encapsulate what that sound was.
Midwest.
They're
Yeah.
just going to go on ahead and just slap the geographic location on there.
Right.
But I mean, more on the topic of genres, I feel like math rock definitely is just that catch-all for anything with guitar tapping, more, I guess you could say, twinkly tones
Yeah.
and things that aren't necessarily always in 4/4.
That's why I'm like I think genres is such a trap. Like because you can
Yes.
I mean you can talk semantics all the time. Semantics, sorry. That was you can talk semantics all the time. I'm sitting here thinking about Kanye.
Oh, no.
Oh no! Boo!
We apparently don't like Kanye.
Well, no. It's not that I don't like Kanye. I'm just
I want to kiss Kanye.
look.
Thank you, Plankton.
I was saying,
Oh,
as we're
my
setting
gosh.
up, I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is his magnum opus.
Yes.
I find fault in some of his later records.
Yeah.
So even though I don't like current Kanye, I can't say I don't like Kanye in its
Right.
entirety because really,
what was
like,
Scoopity Poop on? I like that one.
Scoopity poop. That was just
Oh.
on a beat that Drake wanted. That was why he did that.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
so he was
Yeah,
memeing on Drake. That's
when I
funny.
found out about that, I was like, I kind of forgave him a little bit, but also like, just rap on the fucking thing.
I would meme on Drake
don't-
too.
you know?
though.
I mean,
That
yeah, I would
feels
also
pretty
meme
good.
on Drake.
One of the best rappers of all time. You can do that with your words. You're an excellent wordsmith. I think Kanye is. I don't know. He's all right though. He got him. You know, he memed him. It's a good meme. He got on stage with
Solid
Lil
meme.
Pump, dressed up as a Perrier bottle.
That's really funny.
But
I missed that.
yeah, that was a crazy time. Pre-COVID.
Yeah,
miss the
dude, pre-COVID
Kanye.
was crazy. I often like to remind people
COVID.
about Goldman.
No,
Yeah.
no,
you
don't
know
say
what I'm talking
that.
about.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know what
Come
I'm talking about, Ron? Goldman? You know what I'm talking about, Max? All right. So like,
We can always look it up though. That
yeah,
is
you
our
could,
tech
but
man.
and I know it's the future. We can look up these camera computers in our pocket. But I'll
No, our tech guy. He'll.
We've got a
Oh, you gonna pull it up?
We've got
Help.
a screen.
Help.
So like
that shit up.
this is Goldman, all right. So like, and I think it was 2017, might have been 2018. It was the Grammys, and CeeLo Green, of course, was invited.
Yes.
CeeLo Green doesn't show up as CeeLo Green. CeeLo Green shows up as
Goldman.
Goldman, who looks
Oh,
like a
yeah,
Beetleborg or Power Rangers like
No, he
villain,
looks like
or
a golden
Bible man
snitch.
villain. He's
Oh,
like,
what an
I'm
absolute
Goldman.
freak.
They're like, CeeLo Green. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm Goldman. He's like, no, you're CeeLo Green. He's like, you ever seen CeeLo Green and Goldman in the same room? I didn't think so, but I heard he's pretty cool. Bye. And then he came later as CeeLo Green for like a second, and they're like, so we're gonna talk. And he's like, what are you talking about? I was with my like wife, like
Yeah,
and kids.
I
Like,
don't have no idea what you're talking about.
I just think
That's
it's
incredible.
Oh my god, yeah.
What a great meme. What a just good like.
It's my favorite. I think like,
he just
music
set it
meme.
up and he like thought about it for a long time and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna come out as this
It's
character.
really funny. Like he
Goldman.
looks exactly like a Power Rangers villain.
I feel like I did see a picture. I didn't even know it was CeeLo Green though.
I feel like it's you
got
just memes.
one?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it. That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
Not even a joke.
Dude,
he
he
does.
literally looks like a Dalek from fucking
Yeah,
Doctor.
it was just like a dollar. And like, so like, can you imagine with a straight face telling people like,
I'm Goldman.
I'm not Goldman, but or like, oh, I'm not CeeLo Green, but I heard
I'm
he's
not
pretty
CeeLo
cool.
Green. That guy's pretty cool though. You ever heard his song "Fuck You"?
How tall is CeeLo Green?
He's very short. He's a
4'2".
weensy little guy.
He is a tiny little.
I should have said
little
how
man
short
child.
is CeeLo.
But I will say, what an incredible vocalist.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh,
To be a weird
fantastic.
fucking
He's
guy,
talented.
you know, incredible vocalist. Oh
And
my
most people
gosh.
couldn't swing that extremely nasal thing, but he pulls it off.
See,
He
Right?
does it.
Yeah,
He lives
he
in
does.
that like.
Like no. Like how does he make that sound good? That takes a
That's like
talented
all
guy.
in your mouth.
yeah, see, I like that he's the only voice actor I know that
Okay.
voiced and sang as a hot
That's
tub.
dirty, Ron. That's foul. That's foul, Ron.
Oh, he's not. He's
Get
not.
that off the screen, Ron.
Don't shame this
That's
man. He did
foul,
not deserve
alright?
this.
No, okay.
He's got platinum records, all right? They played his shit on K92,
Look,
all
he's
right?
average height.
Look,
Ron,
look.
Ron, here's the problem with that. I am 5'7", okay?
No, no, you
And
should
y'all
take
just said that he
reference.
4'2". But guess what? My dad is 5'4". He's never gonna watch this. He's 5'3". My mom's 5 foot, and so I'm the tallest person in my
You got
immediate
lucky.
in my
yeah.
immediate family.
5'7" is
I'm
tall.
taller than my older brother,
Yeah.
and so like, and it hurts him a little bit. He doesn't care so much now, but
Yeah.
like,
That's how tall Napoleon was.
I think you just need to take solace in the fact that CeeLo Green
Is the
is a
same height as
fellow
me.
manlet as everyone
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
Boston's
he's
Space
a fellow-
Camp.
A fellow incredible vocalist.
I am
mean,
taller than Daniel Radcliffe. He's 5'6".
5'6".
Oh, wow.
But
That-
he
do people
looks
tell you you look
little.
like Daniel Radcliffe? Yeah,
I've heard
see,
before. I look.
I feel like I pull
I
that
have-
off better these days.
I don't know.
See, people tell me I look like a chubby Daniel Radcliffe with a beard, and I was like, I don't.
yeah.
You're stretching, because I used to work at a
That is
liquor
a
store. People used
Is
to
it 'cause
like
you're white?
multiple
Is
people
that-
would say that. I would never say that, like, because some people are like, oh, dude, somebody told me I look like Brad Pitt. And I'm like, fuck you, shut up. But no, like 10 people would be like, you look like Harry Potter. It's just because the glasses.
Would you cry when people? Would you just like break
was like-
down and full?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, no, why? No. Harry Potter.
Expelliarmus.
Yeah. No, it was usually like middle-aged women. So I just,
They were totally
Rock
trying
and
to hit
roll,
on you.
dude. That rocks.
yeah, they're just reaching. They're just reaching.
love Daniel Radcliffe.
I love him. He's so handsome.
Please come here.
Hi,
I
Mr.
used to watch
ABC.
those movies with my kids.
You can cast a spell on me.
Now I've got a spotless double-wide trailer and a kitchen table with a bunch of burn marks on it.
We can take this bottle of McKenna Hill back to the double wide and you can cast a spell on me.
Literally, that's how it was. That's how it was. Oh my gosh. No, but we got off on a crazy track.
Yeah,
I was saying that genres are a trap.
They are trapped.
Genres
They
are
are
a trap.
trapped.
Genres,
They are
Genres
trapped.
are
to be-
evil. Genres are made so people can shove you in a little shoebox, and
That's
I don't
exactly
want it.
right. That's exactly right.
People tempted to call us math rock. That's the reason I drum like I do, because I don't drum like a math rock drummer.
You
I
drum
don't like
like
that
you.
stuff. I drum like someone who really wants to punish the drums because they did him something wrong.
Yes, fuck yes.
That's
Dude,
my whole goal. I want to show those drums who's boss.
The drums fucking stole from you.
They owe me money.
They do.
Fuck yeah. But that's, I mean, like when you start trying to, and that's, you have to put a genre on it when you go into like streaming services and stuff like that. Just because.
And plus, people
they wanna
ask, like,
force
oh,
you
you're in
to
a
this.
band. What kind of music
What
do you
kind of
play? How
music
do you
is
answer
it?
that question?
Which
It's
radio
not with a
station
genre.
would I find it on?
Email
Would
me.
it be
If I have
on
to
the Bible
use-
station or the station that
Q99?
plays Sting songs
Yes.
or
Love the Police.
the Steely Dan
Unironically.
station?
We like
Which,
Steely Dan.
all
the
of those would
Mountain.
work, probably.
Yeah.
Sticks and yeah, okay. Well, Sting and yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
whenever
someday.
whenever someone like a streaming service forces me to put the genre in there, I click alternative rock and don't think about it too much.
I think that's a great
good, yeah.
blanket. That's a big blanket.
Exactly.
That a lot of people can live under. And
Oh, for sure.
if they let us put a couple more descriptors in there, I put math, pop, post rock.
yes,
Yeah, post rock's another like big umbrella that works too.
post rock.
which is just like what if rock, but like
Yeah.
ambient and delay,
Yeah,
and maybe
it's
like
like,
not so much pentatonic scales, like a
Yeah.
little more major seven stuff, and it's like I don't know.
We're just like
splitting-
chilling. It's like rock, but we're chilling.
Yeah, we're chilling.
It's like postmodern stuff, kind of.
It's like Post Malone. You ever heard Post Malone?
Post Malone.
It's just like that.
Yes. Post Malone.
It's just like that.
It's just exactly like that one Post Malone song.
I got a question for y'all. Well, I mean, when did you guys form the band, and how did you come up with Lost in Space Camp?
All right. So I started this band. It's gonna sound crazy because it's like a long time ago.
He's the only original.
Yeah.
member.
So
He is the only
I started this
remaining original
project with he's my distant cousin. His name is Ben. Same last name as me.
Shut up, Ben.
Yeah, Ben Nicely. Shout out.
Shout out to Ben.
We started this project, and I had at the time my friend William Knuckles was playing bass. Was
William.
actually
Who
Knuckles.
incidentally is my brother-in-law.
yeah.
Will-
So this is
Wow.
before they were like he was even dating William's sister. They were just
Yeah.
buds, and so we started this thing. And I remember we were gonna do the talent show for my senior
Mention the
year.
year.
Yeah, the year. So this is 2013.
2013. Great year.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call it Space Camp at this point was a concept. So
Yeah.
so we're doing this thing. We're calling ourselves Lost in Space Camp. And
You're not going to explain the
I
title
am.
of that
The
band?
name of the Lost in Space Camp comes from. I'm a big Fall Out Boy fan. I
Shout out
really
Fall Out
really
Boy.
like something. No, I'm sorry, wrong emo band. Take this to Your Grave, which is like my opinion their best record, and there's a song on there called Homesick at Space Camp. And I was at my grandma's house in Bristol, Tennessee, in the holler, and I'm like, no internet, and I'm photoshopping like potential like demo work, and I'm like, Lost in Space Camp. It's like Lost at Space Camp because Homesick at Space Camp.
Yeah.
Like Lost in Space Camp. That's clever. Okay, so we get back and like we start to like try to write some stuff for this talent show, and I remember like I'm writing something and I'm having their bassist not play typical bassist parts. I'm having to play like a kind of we're doing a round robin with I'm doing a melody, he's doing the same melody, knocked it down, and we're kind of like where it sits, it kind of adds harmony, and it sounded really cool. And then William was like, I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's try to make some stuff that's more accessible. And I kind of looked at him. I was like, this is really cool. I don't think we should sound like this. He's like, no, we should be more accessible. And I said,
William was a bassist at this time?
yes. So I kind of slow panned
accessible.
at Ben, and I was like,
It happened.
okay,
like
William,
this.
we'll do something more accessible. And then tomorrow came, and then I didn't call him to
And then
come
William
practice.
never got called
He
again.
never got called again. And no, we were so buzzed
never
after that.
came
So,
back.
Yeah,
and I
but
handled it
that's-
delicately, but like I was like,
Nah.
what do you mean? I want to sound like everyone else. And then, so Ben and I were doing these like, we didn't start playing shows out until like end of 2014.
Yeah.
So we're at the time Leftovers existed. I don't know if you guys know what Leftovers
Rest
is.
in peace,
It was a really cool
Leftovers.
DIY house venue in Garden City.
Oh, shit.
The vocalist, guitarist for Dover and the Elevators, he was running it. He was playing in
Ryan.
bands. These bands from all over were coming through. All the bands had to play in Fest in Florida, like all these really cool punk, hardcore bands, post-hardcore bands, emo bands. They would come through, and we would get to play with them sometimes, or we'd catch them like at some other places. But they would usually come through. And Bailey at the time, he was playing on some projects. He was playing bass for this band called Beat Department. He was playing drums for Dover and the Elevators originally. And I played a jam with Bailey once a time, and I was like, dude, this guy's so good at guitar. And he was like, I'm a bass player. I'm like, nah, man, you should play guitar. He's like, you're an idiot.
I
You
refuse.
should play bass. So we did like
No.
we did like 2 shows, and then Bailey was like, y'all need low end. And I said, God, please join us. And
Yeah.
so we started doing stuff for a while. Bailey took about a year off when he started his first 2 semesters at Run at college, and we kind of reformed again in 2016. We did maybe we were active. We weren't like crazy active, and then Ben he decided he wanted to finish his degree. He moved to Radford. Ethan at the time was a post office.
Yeah,
Man.
I had been coming to shows, and I had been friends in this circle for a very long time. I was working at the post office, so I had absolutely no time to give to any.
And
Projects.
shredded calves.
And my calves, like
walking it
the
hard.
calves
They
of
were-
Adonis.
they
I
were-
was
they
Hard
beautiful.
threatened
like
me.
Dewey Cox.
Yes.
Just fucking stepping, dude.
Precisely.
And so Ben dipped and Ethan was down, and
It just so happened I had quit the post office to go back to college.
yeah. So it's
funny.
funny.
At the time.
It's
So it
all,
was like,
yeah, and again, we were doing stuff, but it was like when Ethan kind of we picked up more steam after that.
Yeah.
We just did, and then and in 2019 we dropped an EP, and then end of 2020 we started to record our full length album, which comes out March 1st.
March 1st.
March
So what's
1st.
that
yes,
gonna
if
be
you're
called?
paying
Well,
attention, it is.
It's
That was 4
self-titled.
years
I had to
ago.
do it. It's
So
Lost
it's
in
Lost
Space
in
Camp.
Space
Lost in
Camp.
Space
I
Camp.
love it.
Digitally,
Poster.
it's right here. Digitally coming
Right
out
here.
February 23rd.
Poster.
We are
Yeah.
playing the album release
That is
show
the album cover,
along
too.
with Gaffer Project.
This is
Who was
the
also
artwork
releasing an
right here,
album.
which
Our
I
first.
absolutely love. Absolutely love. They're the first guest to bring me a gift, which I greatly appreciate. Take fucking
Anytime,
notes. All right?
Frame it.
Take notes. This is going up in my apartment, by the way. So, thank you guys.
We'll
so
definitely
much.
hang the
It's a
other one
place.
down here too.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been cool, and like I don't know. That's kind of how it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to
Oh.
think when I became part of the band, that's when we started taking this seriously.
That's when we started. That's when we started.
I made this band
Super
very,
serious.
very
I mean,
serious.
He brought the
Incredible.
professionalism.
We were definitely. I don't know. There was a change. There was a shift that happened.
Yeah.
I think when Ethan whipped up. Maybe it's just because we were like, all right, I'm 23. I wish we would sound awesome all the time, and then we did. So I don't know. I think I was 23 in 2018.
23. Old man.
Yeah, we're old people.
Yeah, we're all
I'm the
we're all
baby.
I'm
pushing
feeling
30
old
now.
today. I saw a thing that Eastbound and Down came out 15 years ago, and I almost started crying at work. I was
Pain.
like, wait a second. Wait.
I think what messes me up is knowing that like we're closer to 2028 than we are to 2018.
You know what's
Like
wild
that-
to me?
that-
You know
that
what's wild
hurts.
to me? I serve in the youth ministry at my church, okay? And there's a kid in high school right now. He was born after the first iPhone came out.
Oh my gosh.
He was
2009?
born
He's born after
Sick.
2009.
after the first iPhone came out.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
sick.
He is in high school. He is almost graduated.
Oh my gosh.
I never felt older in my life than when I learned that. That was a really bad feeling.
That's hitting me. That's
Yeah,
hitting
that hits
deep.
me too, man.
That might fuck me up for the whole episode.
You remember when that came out? Everyone was like, "Oh my god, look how thick this
It'll never
manual
take
is.
off.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Oh
it'll
my
never take off. This is
That's
so dumb.
crazy.
It's gonna break."
Phones are weird. America is just so awesome. I have 6 houses. It's 2007. Everything's perfect.
I'm swimming in
Jobs is doing
disposable
job stuff.
income.
Robert Williams is still here.
Oh, goodness.
RP.
Rest in peace,
Rest
Rob.
in peace, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, I mean, like when did
Yeah.
college drop out? We'll go back to Kanye, but when did
Yeah.
2008, right?
Right around that time. I was like
Fact check.
2007, 2008.
Yeah, Hard Better Fast Stronger
Fact check,
remix.
fact
came
check.
College
out in
Dropout was earlier. It was
20
like 2005, wasn't it?
It was 2006. Because remember, it was the 50 Cent
six.
Kanye like
Yup.
beef, and it was
Yup.
like
6.
if my song gets this many like listens, and you got to stop rap forever. And Kanye was like, okay, but if I do it, you got to stop. And he was like, okay.
It was who could outsell, I think, in the first week. Who was going to
Yeah.
sell the most or something.
And I remember,
people bought CDs.
yeah, well, I still like CDs.
CDs are fun.
I don't think I have a
You don't
single
always have
way to
internet,
play a
you
CD
know?
anymore.
CD now explaining CDs to the kids is it's literally what our parents are doing with vinyl records.
Yeah. Hey, what if it was like a little bigger, but like sounded better, and you didn't have to wait for it to download?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
it's right here.
Because even though streaming's better, but I still feel like
Yeah,
I don't know. Again, if you live out in the sticks or something, like you
Right.
don't always have internet. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
and if you're on a road trip, you're gonna lose internet.
That's what I'm
2004.
saying.
2004, man, I feel
Oh,
old.
yes.
my
We just missed the
goodness.
anniversary. It's
Oh,
February 10th. It's
Oh,
That was the
What are we
day
gonna
after
do?
my wife's birthday that year.
2004. I was
Nice.
5 years old.
I was 10. Okay.
Incredible.
I'm okay with that age difference. Actually,
It's not bad.
Yeah, that
It's
doesn't
not
make me
bad.
feel like
Yeah,
a certain
yeah.
way.
Yeah, it's not like we're young kids. Like I had a DMG Game Boy. You know,
Yeah, you know what's going on.
I was basically a '90s kid.
wow, that's a big throwback. You saying Game Boy? Holy shit, bro!
Fuck
I just
yeah,
thought
dude.
about my Game
I still
Boy
got
now.
mine.
I had the
I got-
square
got a-
Game Boy.
I got a case in my house where I'm keeping it, and I accomplished too much on that thing.
It
I
still
can't get rid of
works?
it.
Yeah.
It still works very much.
Oh.
So I got the
Oh, yeah.
charger,
Wait, which one? Is
It's
Game Boy
pristine.
Color, Pocket, or the OG?
SP.
I've got
Oh,
every
SP,
one
love
of
the
them.
SP.
I had the
I
SP.
also
good.
do because
It has a
Dude, I
Buzz
love Game
Lightyear
Boys.
sticker on
I
it.
love Game. I'm a big chiptune fan, and so like when I was in high school, sometimes I would. This is so nerdy, but I don't care. I would turn on, and Matt
cares?
actually would listen to it. Our good friend Matt, he would listen to us with me too. I would turn on Mega Man 2.
Yeah.
Mega Man 2 is like my favorite soundtrack, and I would
The
just
soundtrack is
pull up a
gas,
level,
dude.
and I'd press pause in like biology and be like,
Yeah.
"Cool, done with my quiz. Let's listen to some Mega Man 2." Ridiculous. I did eventually get that music on my
Yes.
iPod, but like sometimes iPod was dead. My
Right.
Game Boy was not.
Exactly.
That guy's still making music too, just for the record.
Good.
Like he's prolific.
Dude, I put somebody onto the F-Zero music the other day.
I love
Yeah.
F-Zero X. It is like my favorite 64 game, hands down.
So it's fun.
I
It
should've-
holds up. It's fun.
I would have brought it had I known that you cared about it a little
Oh,
bit.
I've literally have the emulator on my computer. I can pull that shit up. I don't have my controller.
Who do you play as?
I go back and forth.
You gotta get.
Usually just the first car. I don't put too much thought
You don't
into
put it, but they all do different things.
I know, yeah. I'm just like
I know
I'm
this has
such
nothing to do with
a-
music, but like
Don't
I'm
get
just,
Austin started on this stuff.
All right,
like
all right.
when there's
That's okay,
any
that's okay.
customizable
Next
element
time
of
you
a game,
next
he
time
will
you
get
play
lost
it-
in it.
You change your car's color at least, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't.
I haven't
That
played
was a
too,
close
I don't get too much into it, but I did play a little bit back in the day when I was
Okay,
doing my
okay.
emulator stuff. I got into retro games for a little while.
See, I just started going in that nostalgia hole. And,
Yeah.
it's actually brought me to. I recently got. This is not 64, but I recently got Raging Blast 2.
Nice.
For all the DBZ fans out there, it is. And I didn't play it when it came out. It is the best Dragon Ball Z fighting game I've ever played.
Yeah.
It makes me excited to watch. The
In
show
all fairness, that is a low bar.
again. It's not.
There are
It's
many Dragon Ball Z fighting games, and most of them are pretty to usually young people. Were
I am just
mid.
gonna ignore that because
They're mid.
Be it.
as a fighting game fan. I'm gonna ignore all that, Ethan.
You're
Until
free
you
to
play
do that.
Budokai 2, you tell me how you feel.
Oh
We
yeah.
can talk about our music, I guess.
Booty Guy 2.
Music. So
Yeah.
the new album's coming out
New album's coming out March
Yes.
1st.
March 1st.
new-
That's so close, dude.
Yeah,
That's,
it's coming up.
You guys
And-
excited? You've been working on it for a while.
Yeah, well, we were done.
Yeah.
And then we were trying to find someone to master it, and then we did.
That took 3
But
years.
it took a while. But yeah, we started recording
It's a
it
search.
in the pandemic, and
Yeah.
it's so I can talk about that. So it's interesting. We started recording it in December of 19, Bailey. Is that right?
That feels right.
It was cold outside.
And then we hit it again the next month,
Yeah.
and we are thinking we just need another I just need to come back sometime soon to do vocals and overdubs. Same with Ethan and Bailey, and then the pandemic happened. And I actually was in.
The
I
world
went to
stopped.
India right before with my church, and so I got back 2 weeks later. The world shut down, and it was weird. Finally figured out time with Marshall to get my vocals done, but I actually had an endoscopy coming up, and I was so terrified that I was going to lose my voice in that. So I was like, I gotta get these vocals done. So I
Yeah.
spent a week just going in almost every about 5 days of the week to just get this vocals done. And I did it, and it turned out really great. But there was this monkey in my back,
Right.
and it was called "Doctor's Gonna Sedate You and Put a Tube down your throat."
Yeah.
But we did it, and then we mixed it, and I don't know. But I will say, what makes me feel better about how long it took is that we had some mitigating circumstances. But what's cool about this March 1st, we're dropping this record. We're playing the show at the Spot on Kirk.
Yeah.
Why it's fun is our good friend Jordan Doyle from Gaffer Project offered
Shout
to
out to
allow
Jordan.
us to
Yeah.
do a dual album release show. I've never been
That's
to
amazing.
anything like that. So for anyone listening, please come out, not just for us, but
I want to
Gaffers
break
dropping.
fire
Yeah.
capacity in that
yeah, that'd be really
please.
cool. It's going to be a
Fill that
crazy
bitch
night.
up,
It's going to
dude.
be a crazy night. And it's,
Absolutely.
I don't know, there's a really wacky band from Colorado whipping by, but I don't know. It's a lot of just a dual album release show. Who
That's
does
exciting,
that?
dude? I love that. Again, the artwork. People see the artwork. They know the vibe. They know Spot on Kirk. That's a place we're very familiar with. Shout out Spot on Kirk
Ooh, we love
Shout
you,
out
Spot
to
on
Love you,
Kirk.
John.
in Roanoke. Shout out John for real.
Love you, John.
And Sarah.
Speaking of venues, what's you guys' favorite venue you've ever played? We love asking that question.
Ooh.
I really like the Canal Club.
Yeah,
Canal
That
Club
was
very
just
good.
Where's that
the
one
dang
at?
legacy
Richmond.
of that
Richmond?
building. Yeah, it's in
So-
Richmond, and a lot of bands I really like.
we
and
hadn't
respect have
played
there.
Richmond at Space Camp, and we've tried. There's a lot of similar genres in Richmond,
Yeah.
but
A little bit more of a scene out
The
there.
scene
It's
for it
just-
is powerful.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Richmond, it really is.
And I don't know. We just didn't have. there was a long time where it felt like it was really hard for bands to try to get play shows in Richmond. That does not seem to be the case any longer.
We've got some friends that are in a band out in Richmond that seem to be doing pretty well. So it looks like the things are opening up out there.
Talking about Bone Machine?
Talking about Bone Machine.
Have y'all heard of Bone Machine? They originated from Blacksburg because they were all at Tech.
We got some friends that are in a band.
You know what? Do you guys know a band from a while back? Their name is Main Street.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we do.
The drummer from them is Reese. He's our good
Yes.
friend. He actually used to
very
live with
cool.
Reese.
Love Reese.
His
So
new
you'll
band
love
is
this.
Bone
Lord.
Machine.
So I met Todd because Todd's girlfriend used to shop
Yeah.
at Paxson. I worked at Paxson for a long time.
What's her name?
Okay.
Katie or I don't mean no.
Gosh.
Don't be out in people's names.
It's a
and
first
shit.
name.
I-
Fuck
it's-
that.
Love
Her name
dropping
is Maddie.
Names.
Okay,
Maddie.
okay.
Maddie.
Maddie,
And Todd,
if you're
and so,
watching
and I
this.
learned that Todd played music. Todd had an older brother, and it's funny because like I thought, is Todd related to Jordan? They're not related to Jordan, but I think Todd's older brother might be also named Jordan Doyle. Different people, but I was like, yo, it'd be cool to play with a younger band. Like, you know, I know when I was, not that he was so much younger than me, but I know when I started to play music, like I would love to play with other people. I'd love to play with other, you know. So it was nice to. Jamie Cheatwood, she used to do a lot of stuff with the Bazaar Presents. R.I.P. the Bazaar. She used to do a lot of stuff with the Spawn and Kirk, and she was like, hey, like, trying to do this thing. And I was like, yo, Main Street should play. And then at the time, I think it was right in between Ethan and Ben, Bailey and I did an electronic show, and we opened up for Main Street.
No
wow.
So
way.
that's
Oh,
why it's
shit.
really funny that, like,
Small fucking
yeah, you know, Main Street's like,
world.
yeah, I know, we do. We played a show with them. just
That's
not at Space
incredible,
Camp.
dude.
It was at Billy's Barn. R.I.P. Billy's Barn. A lot of
that's
venues.
Billy's Barn.
Oh my gosh.
Or-
My first show at
Salem,
Space
yeah.
Camp was
Yeah.
at Billy's Barn.
Yeah, there's a
Billy's
lot of
Barn.
We did play one Space Camp show with them at Leftovers. That was how.
with Main Street.
Yes.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
I remember the Billy's Barn gig really well.
Because everyone was geeking out on for him being so young and so tight and had cool equipment.
Is Leftovers is a house
Yeah.
or
Yes,
wasn't a
that is
house?
correct.
Okay, I think they only played there one time. So if y'all were there, then we have all been in the same room before.
Yes,
Because I
you've seen
came to
it,
that
which
show.
means you've seen us play.
Okay,
The
they
history.
literally
Holy
made
shit.
an announcement, and they were like, "This song's about our friend who took acid and thought he died on acid," and they played a song, and then I showed up. Do y'all remember that show? Because I think they only played there.
Were they
one
talking about
time.
you? Is
Yeah,
that you?
it was literally about
Oh,
me.
no.
That is really funny.
I showed up late but I had some bomb ass Chinese food. So
Oh, the Chinese restaurant.
Shout
over there
out
is
to China
incredible.
Taste.
Yeah.
Wait,
China
hold
Taste is
up.
great.
You
Love
just
you,
said
China
Chinese
Taste.
food. I really want some fucking Chinese
You're
food.
really close to
now,
Yo
dude.
Mian, aren't you?
Whoa.
I love
it's
Yum
right
Yum.
there at the Kroger. They're putting
is
in a
right
new
there.
one though.
You know that
just
joint's
another
good.
mile down the street.
Oh, word.
You know that
it was
joint's
an
good
old
because the
Pizza
10-year-old will take your
but they
order at the
painted
counter.
roof green.
That's how you know.
So
That's how you know a
Yeah.
Chinese spot's good. They got actual real child labor. Because, you know, it's not, and I'm being serious.
That's the genuine stuff.
I'm being
That's
100%
that's
talking about
authentic.
Yo
dead
Mian.
ass serious. I'm not running a gig. I'm not making jokes. I think it's incredible to involve your family in your livelihood. I think it's a great lesson to teach your children. It's
agree.
not a gag, but that is how you tell if a Chinese restaurant is good. If the person taking your
Bob's
order,
Burgers, right? Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a
I don't
child
disagree.
taking your order, it is gonna be bomb fucking food.
I want to.
A group of kids doing their homework
I
at
don't
one
think
of
it's
the
so much.
booths.
I don't think it's the kids thing.
Kid on an
if your
iPad on a stool.
family works
Yeah.
with you at your
Yes.
at your Asian
Yes.
restaurant, because there used to be a Thai restaurant in Vinton. Red Jasmine, my favorite
We
restaurant
miss
in the
you, Red
world.
Jasmine.
Bye-bye, Red Jazz.
Her like cousin
Yeah,
was like used to wait there. They didn't have a wait staff. They
yeah, they
had
get the whole family.
you had, Newt. She'd have any of her family in town. Her cousin.
Yeah.
It wasn't her cousin. It might have been her niece. And then that was it. But Asia Gourmet really also used to be in Vinton. Him and his entire family. I would watch his kids be doing homework while I'm like
It's right
ordering
there.
my pho.
It's right there.
So you're right. There is something what you're saying. If
It's
your family's
real.
involved, it does.
That shit's real. It's like different, you know.
that kid's on his game too at Yo Mian.
That's what I'm saying. That kid
Oh,
is not only
that guy's
is he
so
there,
nice.
Dude,
but
yeah.
he's also better at his job than a lot of like other people.
Yeah, that
Who
so you
probably
will
get
get better
paid.
service there than you will at
That's what I'm saying.
just like a
They're usually
regular,
courteous,
like, bar
too, like,
grill.
Very
Nice
courteous.
and
He was
cool
so
about it.
nice.
respectful.
I remember. I knew exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about. But I feel like if I worked at a restaurant or something with my dad,
Yeah.
if I did a good job, it's because I'd be scared I'm gonna get my like. ass kicked.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yes.
I don't know what's going
There's
on
a
in
lot
their
of knives
heads.
in
I
this
just
kitchen,
know
Dad.
that like
Is there an ass whooping going on, or is it more just like this is my family's livelihood? I will do it.
and I'm gonna kick
I'm gonna
ass.
bring honor to my family. And
Yeah.
like, which is I think is just like fuck yeah, dude, do your thing. I think it's incredible. So basically, I think we should bring back child labor. No, it's just
Only
get on the crowd
related
for a
to the
second.
owners of the business.
we need their tiny hands to make our phones. Please, America, send your children back to the mines.
You've got to think how much better a kid would be at HVAC work. They can fit in the vents.
Exactly.
That's all I'm
why
saying.
My friend Wee Man, 5'3", he's a mighty man, but they send him into the,
Oh wow,
the
he's
little
tall.
crawl
He's
spaces.
taller than CeeLo Green, right?
Yeah.
4'1".
Basically, yeah. CeeLo Green was what 3'7".
About.
So
He's at
yeah.
least 1'4".
And I am the same height as CeeLo Green, so I am 3'7".
I'm 4'8".
They
That's
should have
okay.
cast fucking CeeLo Green as Napoleon instead of Joaquin Phoenix. That would've
Dude,
been-
I actually would love CeeLo
Tracks.
Green
That
as
tracks.
It's a musical, right? But he's the only
know,
one singing.
yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be emperor of France, and they're like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Like,
Does he show up as Goldman for the battles?
he's Goldman. He's literally
All I'm
Goldman.
saying is I'm reading War and Peace right now, and that feels more authentic.
Dude, One
That's-
Piece farts, dude. I was watching the one of the movie versions. It's like 6 parts long.
Like the actual Russian
Yes.
one,
The
like the
Russian
one they
one.
made.
Yes, because
Everyone
it's
talks
got
about that. That's a good movie. I
Great
hear.
battle scenes. I fucking skip through to the battle scenes. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
wow.
I mean, it's like
You're
we're
like
talking
the
15
peace.
hours.
The peace is cool, but what about the war part?
What about the war part? I
I'm
mean,
here
like
for the
war and
war.
peace, yeah, and the
Forget
peace,
peace.
cool.
Give me war.
You know, and they've got some of those chicks
Leo
in like
Tolstoy's
in
better
those like
book,
dresses
War.
that are like all like wires and shit. To,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
make it big and puffy, but then it's like still showing hella cleavage, which I'm like, weird.
I'm into that.
They had to be the
Cleavage
most
part, at
uncomfortable things.
That's honest to the
ever.
book. I've read it. There's
Yeah.
a scene where Helene, quote, has her entire bosom exposed. That's a fact.
Is it?
Quote
That's
unquote.
accurate.
Yeah, see,
entire
sometimes I pretend like I don't know what I'm fucking talking
Delicious
about.
berry.
No, but the movie's dope and the battle scenes are fucking excellent.
I'll have to watch it after I'm done with the book.
Yes.
It's slow going, one, because it's really long,
Ethan,
and two,
if you-
because I only read when I'm pooping.
If you mess up at all
Naturally.
this evening, I'm gonna have him ruin War and Peace for you.
If you do that,
couldn't-
I
I
will
didn't
lop
get to the end.
your head
Don't
off
tell
like
him you
French
don't-
Revolution
There's-
style.
I know that there's war, but then there's also like a little bit of peace too, like kind of sprinkled in. So
Spoilers.
yeah, sorry, I mean I fucked it.
I'm
I
gonna get
fucking
killed
ruined
now,
it.
Eric.
I fucking ruined it.
You see his arms?
Just wait till I
It's
tell you what
over.
happens to Jesus.
I'm 3'7".
I'm 7'8".
Spoilers. No.
Do you guys have any questions about our wacky equipment over there? People ask. That's why I am asking if you want to ask.
Have y'all ever
I'm
seen
not
a drum
smart
kit
enough
before?
to know. I've seen a couple drum kits.
I've never seen a clear drum kit. That is
the
one
clear
thing.
one's
And you
sexy.
guys do
I like that very much.
something about the setup that is interesting is seeing pedals for a bass. I don't think I've seen a lot of people use
So
pedal
there's
boards
some
for
action
a
going
bass,
on
so
there.
that's pretty cool. You also have a ton of pedals. I mean, you have
Yeah,
so
but
many effects and stuff.
The
both
bass
of y'all.
pedals are a foundation of our space.
Yeah.
Please,
Okay.
Bailey, can you walk us down our
We are.
rig, please?
My sound is 33% of this band. I'm comfortable saying that.
33%.
But no, I mean,
a
I,
tricycle.
when it comes to the pedals, I mean, it was one of those things where, I mean, from the beginning when I started playing with Austin and Ben, I think Austin maybe had 8 pedals, and at the time I'm like, that's so many. I don't need any. This is ridiculous. I would never. But as time started going on, and Austin was like, what if you did some guitar stuff? What if you played guitar? It was one of those things to placate. I'm like, you know what? I'll get a distortion pedal. That'll make me sound kind of like a guitar. It was fun. And then I'm like, oh, what if I got a delay pedal? Ah, yes, that's a little bit extra flavor in there.
See, that's crazy on a
Spice.
bass to use a delay because you would think all the dissonance that a delay creates, and with bass being the low end or whatever, that's interesting that you would use it. Yeah.
You have to be, you got to be a little bit careful. I'm not always careful, but
That's the stank, though.
Yeah.
That's that like.
no, but I'd say the biggest part of my sound, and honestly, I'd say, well, if each of us are 33% of the sound, I'd say the last 1% is the whammy pedal I use. That is something that covers a lot of ground.
That guy's a workhorse.
I bought that poor thing for $80 off some guy that played in a hardcore band.
Crazy.
And man,
It's already had a hard life.
It had a hard life before I got it, and then I got it, and I'm like, you will never know a moment of rest. I will use you on every song.
Rode hard, put away wet.
Dude, yeah, that poor thing, it's hanging in there, but I'm not sure how much longer it will.
That's awesome though.
The pedal stuff is that's like a whole fucking new level. Like the first time I saw the Jowlers.
Oh yeah.
Matt's got a crazy pedal board.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I mean like a sexy one.
Was he playing guitar for them or did he play bass for the Jowlers?
Guitar.
Okay.
And then Sam also had Sam had like a ramshackle pedal board, but he had 4 or 5 pedals.
Okay.
He had a fretless bass that he played.
Nice.
Very big fan of the fretless.
That was
That's
like
awesome.
a sexy piece.
I don't get to use mine as much as I would like.
Do you got one too?
I do, yes.
That's a real bass player's like thing.
That is one of my favorite instruments in the whole world. That specific bass guitar. One of my buddies, it was one of my buddies when I was in church. Her dad was a very accomplished bass player.
Yeah.
He heard me play and was like, "Oh, you actually care about the instrument."
Yeah.
And one year for my birthday, gave me this old Yamaha that he had converted to a fretless.
That's
and
awesome.
Dude, that's awesome.
And Bailey can tap on
Yeah.
the fretless bass.
It sounds strange, but you can do it.
Nice.
That's
When it comes down to the like songwriting and stuff, how does that go for you? Is it normally one person kind of does it, or is it a more collaborative thing? I mean, I assume
Depends on the song.
I was gonna say
Totally
probably you guys definitely probably write your own parts. I assume.
Yes.
We all
but yeah,
have-
coming down to lyrics and stuff. Does anyone ever just bring an idea to the table, or how's that kind of go?
Like, I don't know. Like for certain songs, it'd be like I might come up with a riff, and Bailey and I might workshop with something to go with it. But some songs, we're not playing it tonight, but one of our songs, Condab, is coming up on the record, the last track. Bailey was actually making fun of a Don Caballero song, and I
Condab, Don Cab.
so I yeah
Very clever.
so I started to also try to make fun of that song, and when Bailey and I realized like, oh my god, this sounds really good, and so we took the guitar part and he put it on bass, and so but we have other songs where it's like I had stuff mapped out, and I'm like, hey, let's do something with it. Sometimes it's like I've got this riff goes into this chorus, but I don't know how to get to the bridge. Ethan, what do I do? And then there's other stuff where Bailey's had riffs that are strung together, and it's like, what can we do to help? You know, what can I do to not ruin Bailey's song? So like stuff like that, and so yeah, it's definitely collaborative. It's maybe a few of them, or maybe like I might have been like, here's a song I wanted to go, but if any changes need to be made or want to be made or can be better, we let it happen. No one is better than the other person. It's a group effort.
I think we fill certain roles usually in general. Generally speaking, I really like to transition us from one part of a song to another. I figure out how we do that. And Austin is like, well, what's driving us in terms of like, what's the riff that's guiding this thing? And Bailey says, I don't know, Bailey, what would you say your general contribution is?
I would say I'm the one that goes, how about we hold off on that really cool part till the end?
He says he is the restraintive hand that is extremely necessary.
The trump card.
And of course, we all bring up things differently. Like Austin say, hey, here's a riff. What time signature is that in?
Yeah.
I'll be like, that's like 19/8, dude. Can we figure that out? And
No,
like
that
me,
makes sense what you said though. Like you doing transitions and stuff, because a lot of times the drummer throws in the fill, and that's what brings in the hit and the
Absolutely.
sectioning
So
and
it's
stuff.
like, how do we get from this tempo to a different tempo at a different time signature?
yeah, Austin will be like, okay, these two riffs, they are one song for me. How do I get from this riff to this riff? And I say, let me think about it.
What about in the context of the song we just played, Dweller? From what I remember, that's more of a thing where you had a good chunk of it mapped out, and then
I had no idea how to get them
Ethan
together.
was the one that transitioned it, and then I was the one that was like, what if we added in this extra part or something like that?
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
And sometimes there's a fun process we'll be playing for our third song tonight. Sometimes we just say, hey, here's an idea, like just a concept.
yes.
What are we going to do with this concept? And I come to the band with a concept. I just watched this Adam Neely video about what the slowest, like, perceivable tempo where, like, your brain still associates beats with each other. For the record, it's roughly 33.5 BPM. So it's like, what if we wrote a song that's about as slow as physically possible?
That's wild.
And it didn't. That's not how it actually ended up. But like
more like
we
66.
wrote with that in our heads, and that song came together really easy.
That was one of those songs where Ethan, I mean, we were goofing around with that concept in between breaks for the songs, and I was just standing in the practice room just doing this drony bass riff I had, and that's when Ethan goes, well, why don't we take that and apply that concept to this? Then,
Our best songwriting is totally incidental.
That
we can't,
song
like,
was
we can't make the magic happen.
First time we did it, like again, like because we like to jam, and we have time to write stuff. Usually, if it's not, I got this thing I figured out, or Bailey's got this thing he figured out, or either has this idea that he's figured out, we might just try to jam on it because that's a big part of our band is being able to synchronize with each other instinctively. Like
absolutely,
we are brothers.
There's a significant
the music.
jamming aspect to even just the music that we play in general. Like a lot of it is performative and improvisational. With structure.
Well, I mean, our first performances were straight up improv.
Yeah, they were straight up improv. I'd have a riff. I would have a riff. Yeah. So when it was just Ben and I would have a riff, and it'd go to this riff, and I would go again. Like I don't know how to get here to here, but I know this thing happens later, and so we would kind of just dance through it. And then when Ethan joined, and it was before then, but we stopped being improvisational, and so
I locked it in.
Funny because I had a friend of ours. They caught us play, and and they were like, oh, that was good. That was a really good Space Camp performance. I think it's better than last time I saw you guys. And then they saw us like a month later at the same place, and they're like, wait, I thought this was all improvised. And I was like, hasn't been for a while, dude. So that was cool to confuse them because they were thinking like, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. But what's fun about the last song I'm playing this evening, American Flag Girl, is that we jammed on this concept once. We jammed on this concept the second time, and the song was written.
Yeah.
That doesn't
sometimes we have sometimes. Like 2 or 3 songs we've written where it just came together, and those are some of my favorites.
It was just there,
play.
And it was one of those things where it wasn't like we got a newer song coming up where Austin, he had mapped it all out. He had pretty much written the whole song, and Ethan and I just added our parts. That particular song, American Flag Girl, none of us had anything written. I mean, the most I had written was just drony bass riff that I like to play with fuzz. And then just pretty much said everyone were in the key of A, just drone out in A. It'll be fun. And yeah, like Austin said, we did that 2, maybe 3 times. And after that, it was like, that's the song. All we got to do is just tighten up the performance a bit.
Yeah, and what makes that song really funny is that I can't remember if Elena, my wife, and I were coming back from our anniversary, but we were in Asheville, where we normally go to celebrate our anniversary, and we were driving back. We're around Blacksburg, and I like look over. I'm like, oh, really close to home, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I see a white Cadillac SUV parked in the median. And again, this is like, what is that? 581 going to Blacksburg, like not a good place to park. In the median, standing on top of her white Cadillac. This is a white woman, by the way, just because it's waving an American flag on her car in the median of the highway, one of the most dangerous highways.
I was about to say, right there is crazy.
And she is just having this full-blown manic episode. Yeah. And I'm like, babe, what is happening? So I get to practice, and in between this jam, I have to tell Bailey and Ethan. And so I'm telling them a story, and then I just start singing the story. And then that became the song. So the lyrics is almost verbatim.
It's not political. It's not a political statement. It is a narrative.
I'm always worried people are thinking that I'm saying something. It's like, no, I just watched a woman have a manic episode. If anything, I feel like most of our songs is either me talking about my own issues with mental health problems, or in some cases, like this one, other people's. And so
Austin almost exclusively writes the lyrics.
Okay.
With a couple minor exceptions.
Yeah. There's a few.
I had the idea for the words in It Get Good.
Yeah, It Get Good was an interesting one.
We all came together on that one.
How many songs you got on the project coming out?
6.
Okay.
Which seems not like a lot, but it is a 33.
35, I
35.
think.
I was gonna say because you guys do longer records normally. I mean, or on the one project.
It was a 15-minute EP.
Yeah,
which is like
3 tracks.
Yeah,
that's the length of a hardcore punk album.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Facts.
those are like 1.5-minute long songs.
Yeah, so
like
we're
just
instead it's like, yo, why'd you call it? Why do you?
Shout out
It's
to
a
Collective
10-minute
Action.
song, and like we got a few songs that are like they're about 7, 9 minutes, and it's, and maybe it's me. I can't separate certain riffs from each other, and I want to make them together.
Sometimes we say, Austin, please,
We gotta
please,
separate
this
them.
riff does not fit with this song. What are we going to do with this? And he says, no, they fit together. And we make it happen.
My
somehow.
favorite way to be diplomatic is that's a really good riff. That's also a really good riff. I think we should use both of those really good riffs for 2 separate songs.
In different songs.
And then it's like, yeah, that makes
And
sense.
it never happens. It never
No, it
happens.
happens.
It's happened before.
It's happened before.
Once or
I've done
twice.
Once in a blue moon.
Okay.
It's
has
two
happened.
amoebas just splitting up 2 different songs. That's cool. I like that y'all have like a kind of, it's not like chaotic, but that it's like, it kind of starts as an idea and it kind of compresses into a song.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
But yeah, we're not like Metallica where I come in and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm singing it, so y'all have to listen to me because I'm
Right.
God.
This
like,
is what it's going to be like, and I wrote the whole song, and this is what you do.
how dare you deviate? How dare you play it the way you want to? Like,
Yeah.
like I picked. They're my friends, but I also picked them because of I liked what they did. I liked how
Yes.
they approached the instrument. Like,
Yes.
and so it'd be really dumb for me to ask my friends who I like how they play to change everything about what they're doing. Like
Right.
that doesn't seem to make sense to me. Like
To
why would I
fit,
not
yeah.
highlight my their skills? Like
I mean, look, Ethan and I both won the Jazz Award in high school.
Yeah.
So
That is
The
true.
Jazz
We got
Award.
the Louis Armstrong
Hold the
Jazz
fuck
Award.
up. Louis Armstrong.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The-
he gave
the
it to
famous
us
trumpeter.
personally.
I was handed it by my professor, okay,
So you were fucking jamming then.
on saxophone.
saxophone.
Okay,
Saxophone brothers.
sax is a fucking dope ass instrument.
I
I
still
want-
own one, but I don't have a reed I can play with.
Both of them
I got
are
reeds.
saxophonists, and every time we record, I'm like, please bring the saxophone. Please bring the saxophone. I want
Maybe
to do a
someday.
Clever Girl ripoff. Please bring
I
the
love-
saxophone.
You haven't put one on a record
Not
yet?
yet.
Ember Tender.
Damn,
I
you guys
wanted-
definitely should.
Dumb
yo.
Waiter.
Shout out to Ember Tender. Shout out to Dumbwaiter.
Yeah.
You're like emo Boston, dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard
let's
of either of those bands? Ember Tender is like this mathy, proggy metal band from Richmond.
With saxophone.
Saxophone.
With sax.
Shout out to
Barry
Scotty. Love you,
sax.
Scotty.
And then Ember Tender is a band that they're based in, is it Lexington? No.
You said Ember Tender twice, I think. Did you?
Are
I
you
did.
talking about
Sorry.
Ember Tender
Dumbwaiter
or
is
Dumb
Dumb
Richmond.
Waiter. Dumb Waiter's from Richmond. Ember Tender is from
Waiter.
Uh,
that.
they're from all over the place.
but North Carolina,
Lexington,
Roanoke,
North
they have some
Carolina.
ties to here, and
Yeah.
they're a really fun band. They have a sax. Their vocalist is also their saxophonist, but he has not only an alto but also a bari, so he switches. He has this weird, like thing that it looks like a bulletproof vest,
Yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah.
but it's small holster, and then it attaches. And he
It's
just
very
puts it on.
sick.
So it's so cool. It's so cool.
Oh, that's fucking sweet.
Talking about it makes me realize how dumb I am
Holy
that we haven't
shit.
used it in a record, but
Yeah.
we haven't yet.
The sax, dude.
The Clever Girl rip is.
I
got
can't
to.
play saxophone, so y'all have to do it, please.
I can't play saxophone while I'm drumming. That is
Well,
that's a no go.
I believe in you, Ethan.
Yeah,
That's a no go.
actually.
I mean, I don't know. You know, it's never say die. You know, just give it a like a one man band vibe.
Now it is.
All right. We've got a little bit more music for you here in the middle of the episode. The first song you heard at the beginning was Dweller on the Threshold. And right now you're about to hear Jazzy Boy and then American Flag Girl. So I'll get out of the way and let Lost in Space Camp take you away.
on the roof of her car. She is waving an American flag.
Hey guys, welcome to the Cold Ones podcast.
Cold Ones podcast, where we drink cold fucking beers. Holy shit,
Only
that
the
looks
coldest.
cold.
Only
Wow,
the
that's
coldest.
cold.
Beer.
Oh my god, that's a
So
cold,
cold.
fucking Miller Lite.
So cold.
Holy shit!
Burning my skin.
What the fuck? It's like the Ark of the Covenant. You open it up and it's fucking burning my eyes. I love a good Miller Lite, dude. Ben Stiller Light, as we call him.
Ben Stiller Light.
Ben Stiller. We love a good
This is how we
name-based
man
pun.
down.
Zoolander.
Like we did that with the
Night at the
with
museum.
the pen, like hitting the pen.
The Fockers.
For a while there, you could only get the pen if you made a pen-based pun.
Oh.
If you made a pen pun, so you had to come up with a new pen pun.
So if I like wrote up like a good joke, I get a pen.
No, like pass me that Sean pen, pass me that Pennsylvania Avenue. Pass
Oh,
me
okay,
that,
okay, got you. You
yeah.
have to use because I made a pun about it, but you have to use the word pen in the word.
The word pen has to be. It's like almost
Pass
like a
me that
Jeopardy answer.
pen.
There'll be a penalty if you don't pass
Yeah.
that to me, right?
Yeah, like pass me that pen and teller.
If you don't give me the pen, I will penetrate you.
Wow, that's
That's aggressive.
that's in there. That's right in there.
Literally.
Gosh.
Yeah. No, but
I'm getting
yeah.
really pensive about your behavior. Ethan.
Yeah. See, they were there.
You gonna
We're
pass it
there.
to me?
I think you are pendering to the auto.
Did you say pendering?
Pendering.
This is why we need a cannabis sponsor. Looking at you. Not gonna sponsor. I'm not name dropping.
Doesn't
anybody.
Jones Soda do weed now and they call it like Mary Jones?
That's next level.
Are you
That would be-
serious?
that would be a cool
I love
sponsorship,
Jones
that's all
Soda.
I'm
I didn't know
saying.
they got
That's
into the
next
cannabis
level.
business.
That's
They have
next
for
level.
sure. I
The
don't.
drinks are the drinks are next level.
I think they are weed
I
drinks.
think we should go
That's their
around
shtick.
and explain our favorite Jones Soda drinks. I think it's important. Eric, what's your favorite Jones Soda, man?
It's not the fucking blue one, dude. I'll tell you that.
Does not like Blue Lemonade, y'all.
I like that one when I was younger.
Fuck. Probably just the cream soda.
Cream soda,
For real.
Max.
Yeah.
I'd probably say the same thing. I think that's the only one I've had, to be honest.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I think you can have just that one.
I've
and-
had some of the funky
one.
colored ones before, but those are like I don't. yeah,
Bailey, what's your
those are-
favorite Jones Soda, man?
We're gonna keep the train rolling. I like the cream soda one the most. The fruity ones are fun, but I still prefer.
Cream soda's OG.
All right. Ethan, what's yours?
I'm gonna bum the whole stupid room out. I don't like soda. It's too sweet.
That's okay.
I liked the blue one
that's
when I was younger, but
When I
now
was
I'm
younger,
an old
I
man
liked blue.
and I need
It's
water
berry
so
lemonade,
I
by the
don't
way.
get constipated.
That's okay.
As a old
okay.
man, a 27-year-old old man,
I'm
Diet Coke is
28,
my
okay.
drink of choice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
See, I'm right
If
there
I'm
with
having
Green
you.
a
Apple.
drink.
Green
Diet
Apple is the
Coke
best
is-
Jones Soda. Just
Okay.
gonna
Diet Coke is something that I've come to later in life.
really not Diet
To
Pepsi.
really enjoy. Yeah.
I always wondered why, like, my teachers and whatnot, when I was in high
they all
school, were
drinking
always just
diet
throwing
soda?
back diet soda,
Yeah.
and then I became the age
see.
they were, and
I
I'm like,
understand.
yes, all that sugar gives me a headache.
Well, it's also
Right.
full. Like, Diet Pepsi is more caffeine in Diet Pepsi than a regular Pepsi.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
It's
they got to
almost the
get
same
you
amount.
addicted to it
It's
because
almost-
it
yeah.
doesn't taste as good as the normal one.
Yeah.
I don't even like Pepsi, but I like Diet Pepsi.
Diet Coke's great. I love the aesthetics
slave.
of a Diet Coke can. You know, like all gray with like the very clean like Diet Coke aesthetic.
Very slick. It looks diet.
I used to get them at I worked at the car lot. And I used to get them for 50 cents out of the
Yes.
employee thing in the back, and that's when I got addicted. 'Cause
Have you
I'd go up
ever-
every day?
Have you ever tried a Zevia?
Yeah, Zevia.
It is a stevia flavored soda without any artificial coloring. I'm a
Stevia.
Shut your
very
mouth,
big,
Ethan. Shut your mouth.
very big fan of Zevia. Ethan doesn't know.
2/3 of Space Camp love stevia.
Yeah.
1/3 of
We-
Space Camp is an asshole. It's
I
me.
Put- you put
firmly
whiskey in it?
stand against
Well,
the stevia
whoa.
tide. I'm sick of it.
Look,
it's the worst. I
love
don't like
Olipop,
stevia.
I like
it tastes
Poppy.
bad.
I like Zevia. He likes LaCroix.
I'm a
LaCroix
big fan.
fucks.
I'm a big
I also
fan
enjoy
of
the seltzer
sparkling
water.
Croy
seltzers.
fucks. you know?
I can't. I know everyone else enjoys it.
I
and
drink
I've tried
cases of it.
Okay,
Croy
look.
fucks.
One time, Elena went somewhere, got some LaCroix, and it was in our first apartment, and it was
joy.
late at night. I was a little baked, and I was like, I'm really thirsty, right? That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And all we had was
Cotton
LaCroix, and I
mouth.
drink it, and my mouth is so dry, and it tastes so bitter. And I'm like, if I
Mhm.
put sugar in here and some lemon juice,
It don't
will
work.
taste better. It
It
tasted
don't work.
worse.
It doesn't
Shit.
work.
I
You think
hate
it would, but it doesn't.
It's like mineral water. First time you have mineral water, you're like, why?
I also really feel the need to clarify. I don't like LaCroix. I'm a fan of Polar these days. Polar is my
Polar.
brand.
I
Okay.
can't tell much.
Is there any
about
flavor in
difference.
There's a
Polar?
huge. There is actually. I've been like doing the stupid seltzer thing for years. now, and I have become a connoisseur. LaCroix is fine. It has the most interesting flavors.
Thank you.
Waterloo sucks.
Tumbler
It is
girl.
light. It's not flavored enough for me, and the carbonation is harsh. Polar has harsh carbonation, but its flavors are most intense. So
Okay.
I'm a firm Polar believer. My wife's a Waterloo person, so
Welcome back
we'll
to
forgive her.
NPR NewsHour. This is a discussion on which waters taste the best. Turn us all the way up.
My wife would
I'm
say
Manit
Smart
Zamarodi.
Water or Essentials.
I fuck with Smart Water.
Smart Water's great. I'm right there with you, man. I remember when it first came out too.
What I love
could
about
see
Smart
that.
Water is the bottles.
Yes.
Not the water.
The bottles.
The bottles are so reusable. And like I know that's probably bad. I know I probably have like BPA in my blood and like microplastics and shit, but
That was
let's
the
be
case
honest.
anyway.
You can't win no matter what you do.
I'm
You
not
get the
gonna
plastic.
win. Right.
You get the plastic water bottle. You get full of BPA. You get the metal water bottle. You get full of lead. It
Right.
don't matter.
You
I'm not
wash your
gonna win.
hands or shower in any water, you
I'm
get
not gonna win.
microplastics.
But
Your
I
body
get
is
a-
powerful. It can handle it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I believe in myself. But those
That's
bottles
good.
are great because you get like the Smart Water and you're like, okay, this is great. I'm whatever. Fill them up with tap water for months. Keep them in the fridge. I like the like tall, slender.
Do you like the nipple cap?
It's a liter too. No, I go just regular.
Really? My wife
Yeah.
is like, no nipple cap? I don't want it.
Because I like to.
I'm big on the
chug.
nipple.
I
Wow.
just like to get one of those like crispy, like full liters out of the fridge. And it's
Yeah.
like ice cold and just not to.
You Donald Trump it two-handed?
It's really like I'm kind of up here.
Do you twist
I
it
like
at
I
all?
like the
Yeah, I kind of
squeeze.
support
I
it
like
from the
getting some
back. Like
distance.
Do you squeeze it all?
Yeah, well, there's a little bit of you have to rotate to the water.
Pause.
Tornado effect going.
Yeah, welcome to the Biscuits and Gravy podcast, brought to you by what is that?
Smart Water.
What's the gay bar called? The Park.
Yeah, I think it's called the Park, ain't
Brought
it?
to you by the Park. We should
It
do a
is the
park
park.
The gay
episode.
bar?
It is the
Running-
park.
it's
I
called the
Yeah,
was
club, yeah.
I was a
I believe it
mailman. I would know.
Park.
I would so
I
do a
delivered
park
mail for the
episode,
park.
dude.
Rest
we
in
go
peace
out
to
there for like a
Backstreet
drag
Cafe.
show, and we just like they just let
You
us.
set up a table and just.
I think
They let us be judges in the drag show. Let us film. Dude.
I was gonna say we all be in the drag show.
No, you be in the drag show,
Max, you be beautiful in drag.
and then me and Wiz
Drag
Breezy will judge, and it'll be incredible.
That'd be wild.
I would probably put on drag, but I don't know.
You don't have to shave.
I like talking to my father.
Oh, what do you
No, I'm
feel?
just kidding.
I was
I
like,
think
I'm on good-
damn.
I think
I'm
he
on
would,
medium terms
that's a
with my
joke.
parents.
I think
I
he
don't
would
think I need
honestly
to do
think it was
this.
hilarious. He's not one of those dudes that's like he maybe was at one point, but he's not anymore. He would think it was a good.
Well, see, it's weird, like about that phenomenon, because like, so my bird, they I don't know if they still do it, and I didn't get to do it because our class was too scared.
Mm.
Me and two other people signed up. They had this thing called the Miss Birdie pageant, and
Yeah.
it was a drag show.
I
And
have
my
a feeling
dad
that
actually
that
was
is
in the
no
first
longer there.
annual. He probably isn't. He was in the first annual Miss Birdie, and he was so good
Yeah,
that they asked him to come back next year to host it. Here's the thing: my dad
Yeah.
was a like 2-time state wrestling champion.
Yeah.
Like wrestled on the U.S. Olympic team for a while
that's
before he blew out his
incredible.
knees.
Holy shit.
And then he was a cheerleader for a while because
Yeah.
my mom was a cheerleader when they were at college at Carson Newman. But so I don't know. Whenever I think about drag shows,
Yeah.
I can't help but think about like my dad and how I couldn't.
Think about drag shows.
I think about
can't
drag
help but
shows.
Think about my
and,
dad.
can't
and I
help
think
but
about my
think
dad.
about my
And-
dad.
yeah.
Every time I see those dudes in the get up, I think about my father. Good guy.
The thing about drag shows is, yeah.
I can't help but think about my good old pa.
Look, Eric, I couldn't bring the legacy home. Okay, I didn't finish wrestling. I was a good wrestler, but I didn't have the mental capacity to handle it.
I wish
And I
I
did a
was
lot
a
of
lady
theater for a
just
very
like
long
my
time.
dear papa.
It was a shoe in. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna come up with like a goth character. I'm gonna be
Yes.
hilarious. Instead, like I mentioned it before, they replaced it with the talent show, and
The
I didn't
talent
get to
show.
tell you guys
Right.
because William decided he didn't want to do it. Ben and
Oh,
I had
we're
to
back in it.
we had to reconfigure ourselves. We didn't play the talent show.
No.
We didn't play, so I didn't get to do the talent
Yes,
show or
please.
Mrs. Birdie.
Or Mrs. Birdie.
It ruined high school for him.
Yeah, high school
Ruined. I didn't get to
Ruined.
wear a dress. Fuck.
yeah,
We may not have the talent show, but we have the Clean Studios podcast.
I do have the
That's
Clean
it.
Studios back.
Damn
That's
right.
it.
Finally.
The
Biscuits and Gravy podcast.
It's all been leading up to this moment.
Dad, you can
Yes.
finally accept me as your own.
Yes, Dad. Here
I
I,
love
am.
you, Dad.
Here
I want to
am.
hear it for the first time.
I did the. I was a powder
No, he
puff
loves it.
cheerleader my senior year.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I found out I was very good at it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I think I missed my calling, to be honest. because that would have been a great thing to do in college.
For
instead
sure.
of
I mean,
sounds
again,
like a good
my
being in
you could have met
being
your
sport.
wife, dog.
Right, that's what I'm saying, you know. But apparently a lot of people from Lower Bata did that like back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. A bunch of them got like D1 scholarships.
I'm not shocked, dude.
I was like, that's...
You won scholarships to be cheerleaders?
Yeah, they were all wrestlers, and they were really big dudes. And
So that's an archetype, the wrestlers being cheerleaders
Yeah.
and whatnot?
that
Oh, my
for a
goodness.
while there, yeah, because this is maybe conjecture, but one of the requirements I thought was you had to be able to like press 135 pounds over your head, like
I could
for
see that.
reps,
Yeah.
because it's like you know you have to pick up 100-pound girl up and throw her
Throw 'em.
around.
Yeah, and also good knees.
Catch 'em.
And that's you know, for a while there, that most of the people that could do that weren't actually playing football were wrestlers.
Well, they had like the lower center of
Sounds about
gravity
right.
because most
Yeah.
wrestlers are short.
They're shorter
and it's
dudes
because you
that are
have to
stocky.
be short and stocky. And
Yeah.
so, no, I track, so you got to be a truck.
Our heavyweight coach, his name's KB. Shout out KB. You're
KB.
definitely not
KB.
watching this, but that's a good dude. But yeah, he got a
Wrestling
full
coach is
ride
usually
to,
on, man.
to UT
Oh, wow.
to be a cheerleader, like a male cheerleader. Said it was amazing. I was like, fuck yeah. I should have done that in retrospect, but
Way too much dance numbers for me. Yeah, I did theater, right? But I could sing, I could act, could not dance.
couldn't dance.
I was not a triple threat. Everyone was like, why don't you? I'm like, because the only time where I danced and it made sense,
Yeah.
we did a Wizard of Oz, and I was the Tin
Yeah.
Man, and I have a hard time not moving rigidly. So it was the only time where, like, they'd be like, perfect, Austin. And I'm like,
I'm trying my hardest to be fluid.
can you be a little
trying.
less rigid? I'm like, but I'm a Tin Man. I'll
That's
try.
that's my whole body. That's just how I am.
That's just how I am. Yeah, it's unfortunate because, like,
Yeah.
I like music, I like rhythms, but, like,
Yeah.
I'm just so white, I think,
That's-
that when I
it's
try to
whiteness.
move, it's just like, clank,
Caucasity.
clank, 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 clank. You're white! Like, and so it
Yeah.
hurts.
I feel like I'm probably the best dancer
You
from
probably
Austin Space Camp.
I can't say I've
Absolutely.
ever danced.
I love
Never?
it.
dancing.
Dancing
believe
is
so.
a native human experience. It's deep in us.
I
Like
It
you
is
disagree.
deep
danced.
in us. It's primal.
disagree.
It is primal.
People would try and take me to dances,
Like-
and every time I felt incredibly horrible.
Dude,
and
we need a
wanted to
weekend
leave.
of Bernie's
That's
Bailey,
culture.
right? Take him to
You
a
got
high school
cultured.
prom.
Yes, yes.
No.
I enroll. I shave my face every day.
Yeah.
I pretend to be like some ooh-wee girl.
Yeah.
And I take Bailey to the
To the
prom.
prom.
But
Let's
Bailey
go.
doesn't want to dance, right? So Ethan
Right.
takes Bailey for me to go with him to the prom.
And we grind.
We
And you just you find some nice ladies that will put their hands on the floor, and yeah.
Shout out to the Super Bowl.
Bailey,
Thank you, Usher.
Bailey comes to just. Oh,
Yeah.
well, get off of
Oh
me!
my
Get
God!
away.
Stop!
Stop
working
it!
on
Stop
me.
it!
You guys
So
said
yeah,
we were gonna
you're
go to the
mashing
recording
it.
studio.
That would be the only time that I'd be able to get away with dressing up as a goth
That
girl
would be
because I
it.
couldn't do it in high school,
Yeah.
and my wife won't be there to stop me.
This is random, but your actor comp, has anybody seen Across the Universe?
Yeah,
not seen
You
yeah.
look like old boy from Across the Universe.
I do have a very
It
European.
just came to me. What's that dude's
teeth also.
motherfucking?
I've got crappy teeth.
What's that
It
dude's
helps
name?
with the European thing. I know what you're talking about.
So, this is what, guys. Ron is gone.
Ron, can you look it up for me?
We
wait,
love
wait, he's
Ron.
looking it
Come
up.
back.
He's not here.
I
But,
can't look this shit up.
Yeah, we'd love to look that up. But no, whatever that dude's name is, you look like that guy. I don't know why that just came to my mind.
Dude, you look just like Daniel Radcliffe.
That's, I mean, many alcoholics. Many alcoholics have told me that.
But not Elijah Wood, right?
Not Elijah Wood.
I love how they
just-
got mixed up for like.
Yeah.
They still do, apparently.
Do they really?
Yeah,
Elijah
right?
All
That
right.
tracks for
Wait,
me.
hold up.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Or Wilfred. You like Wilfred?
Wilfred fucks.
Wilfred
Wilfred
fucks.
fucks.
I wore a Wilfred costume for a photo shoot.
FX gets it. FX is like died HBO.
Yeah.
They do it right.
You know what? There was a time there where I would have said that, like, I don't know, man. I think FX is better than HBO.
Right.
They had Atlanta on it, man.
Right, they had Atlanta. They had The League, which is fucking great.
League is great.
for original
They
comedy
had,
series.
Wow, I'm trying to think of all the shows that were, it's Always Sunny moved to FX, which is still FX.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess
Can I briefly just say the whole thing with all the streaming services is stupid. What
Yes.
a horrible idea. What a horrible idea.
Yes.
We had a thing that kind of sucked. We had satellite TV and it was slow and you had
But you
had
get Degrassi.
commercials and it was expensive, but you had access to everything.
Right.
Now like, then streaming services come along and they're like, we've got it. Here you go. You pay a flat fee every month. You get no commercials and you can watch everything. We've got it all for you.
Whatever
and we
you
say,
want.
cool, that is sick. We love that.
Love it,
And
thanks.
then what happened is that they turned into satellite TV, but with more steps and more applications. Now, rather than
Yeah.
everything being expensive and in one spot, now it's expensive separately in 100 spots.
Now I've used Tubi.
I hate this.
That does
it's
make
the
sense
worst.
because
It's
there's
America,
so
man.
many different apps that
We
you got to
love
go
it.
through to
This
get your
is a
shows.
worse-
Like,
This
We
is a
love it.
worse deal than it was when we started. It's gotten worse. Can we just go back or something?
Well, it's like,
That's a
yeah.
good
I
point.
agree.
I never thought
TV
about
was
that.
cocaine, right? Like
Yeah.
it's fun, like your uncle does it. Like it's just it's always there. It was a good time in the 70s and
But
80s.
it's quick, right? Because you have to
It
wait for
was
the commercial
dope.
break to come on.
Yeah, but it was
That's
quick.
the come down.
It was quick. But then, they come with the streaming and it's like, here's crack cocaine. Do you want to just do you just want to ingest what you love? Like no ads, no breaks, just all of it as quick as you want. Whatever you want. Your favorite thing, watch it over and over again. Go watch The Office over and over
Do you
again.
want to watch 7
Make
seasons
that your
in 2
personality.
days?
But now what happens is like I'll fall asleep on the couch with my wife. She's asleep, and I am
Yes.
struggling to find something I actually want to watch. And
Exactly.
for 30 to 45 minutes, I am just like,
Exactly.
do I want to watch the King of the Hill again? And I
Yes.
normally do.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Good answer.
What do you
I do.
But sometimes
God
I'm like, I
damn
want
it,
to watch something
Bobby.
spooky, and I'm looking, and like,
The Hill
yeah,
in black and white. That's spooky.
God damn it,
It's like
Bobby.
it's like
What the fuck? There's something not right with that boy.
You know what I'm saying, man? Come on, get on, man.
Something's wrong with him.
Something wrong with that boy.
Man, you get an urethra. So
it's like people with a deep
Shut up,
clothes.
Mike
Like you got so
Shout
many
out to
clothes you
Boomhauer.
can't decide
Yeah.
what to
That's me.
wear. And
It's
it's
called,
like there's so many
that's me.
options.
choicing
Like
paralysis.
Don't shit on me. I got too many clothes. I got too many
I
t-shirts.
can't say
oh,
anything.
it's. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
shitting. I'm saying like if some people have like so many clothes, like they can't decide
Yeah, it
what to
kills
wear.
me. I
My
wear the
mother
same
is one of those
shit,
people.
though.
Like she's got so many fucking shirts that she changes her outfit like 6 times, and it's
Dude.
like. If you only had like 3 shirts, I bet you would decide in like 30 seconds which one you're gonna wear. And it's like the same thing for the streaming services. There's so many,
But we're paying for it
so
every
many
month.
options.
Yeah,
No.
But
It's
I
a
pay
worse
for it. I
deal
love
than
it.
where we started. That's all I'm saying. It's a
is.
worse deal, and we need to reject it. All of us, every one of you,
You
reject
America,
it. Stop subscribing to it, and they will stop. They will
Listen
make
to
it
her.
good
Watch
again.
her.
But-
Make it stop.
I mean, it wasn't
Season
good.
6 of Love is
Another
Blind
thing-
just dropped, y'all. So
another thing.
what else am I going to be doing?
Another
See,
thing.
yeah.
It'd be
Watch
one
them
thing.
love shows.
I actually like that show. Some
Maybe-
seasons are hard to get through, but it's funny.
I need to
It's
say
funny.
this. I need to say this. Please
right,
give me
Ethan.
the opportunity
All right,
to
go
say
ahead,
this.
go
This is
ahead.
important.
I'll turn my mic off for a second.
Also, what happened to commercials? Commercials at least used to be entertaining.
Right.
Now they're low effort
Yes.
and they suck and the acting's terrible. The production value is low. It's trash. Like that's another thing that's come from this. It's so spread apart. One entity doesn't have all the money to make decent commercials anymore. So it's like even like you think about the
Ads
Super
brought us
Bowl
together.
and how they
You know
put
what
they-
happened to
it used to be
commercials?
millions of
They got
bucks.
super
They became
loud.
television
to
shows.
Postmodernism,
Yeah?
self-referentiality.
It sucks. Like you think
Yeah.
about all of the
It's- kills
stupid
it.
mobile game ads you've seen in the last year. It's trash.
It is trash.
Advertisements suck. I don't want to buy anything anymore. I
Exactly.
used to want to buy things.
I don't want to consume.
I don't want to consume. I want to be a hermit. And it's because commercials suck. That is.
Man-made horrors.
They're like, hey, let's make the production really bad and then make it really fucking loud. So
Right.
with the
Yes,
when it goes to
that's-
commercial break-
product.
Yeah.
Hey, idiot! Pay $100 for gems.
On the topic of making low production and loud, we have a new album coming out.
Yeah, we do.
We have a new album coming out on March
March
1st. We
1st.
highly recommend.
Lost in
No, no,
Space
no.
Camp.
No, March 1st is the gig, but it's actually coming out digitally February 23rd.
That is right.
So
No.
you can
Okay.
listen to
23rd.
it on Spotify and get hype for the gig for a week.
for a week.
Okay.
Highly recommend that.
So,
But
by
you-
the time this comes out, it'll be out. So
Yeah,
everybody rush
hopefully.
to go check.
Yeah, it's
that
out right now, guys.
Yeah.
Go check
Hopefully.
it out.
Go check that.
If you
It's
haven't
out.
listened to
Go
it,
crazy.
and if you liked it, what you should do, man, is like you chilling, going to bed, maybe you turn on the record, turn the volume down on your phone, just let it play.
Just let it play
Yeah,
all
just
night.
let it
You
go
can do
and
that.
go and
you
go
can,
and go.
You can share it with your friends. Say, hey, I found this cool band that I'm really into.
Put it on your playlist. Have your friends put it on their playlist.
Yes.
Grandma, you like undecipherable bullshit. Here, I got you this
Here
record.
you go. Yeah, you're like cool grandma that listened to Frank Zappa. and, like,
Actually, your Frank
smokes,
Zappa
like,
grandma would fuck
clubs.
with our shit.
I
Yeah.
would like to thank Frank Zappa, Grandma. would like
If
this.
you're like 60 something dad likes Rush,
Yeah.
they'll probably like us.
Yeah.
Rush
Yeah.
dads and Frank
Boy.
Zappa grandmas.
There's
Check
no
us out.
fucking drummer
See,
better
And My
than
Chemical
Neil
Romance,
fucking
There's
Peart.
even-
high schooler will like us too. It's a
There's
good.
even butt rock dads who are going to be into
Butt
us.
rock
Like
dads.
I promise.
There are some butt rock dads.
We got chorus on it, so
Yeah, there's
There's-
chorus. I use chorus on almost everything. I love
You
me
know,
some chorus.
There's some Crosby, Stills, and Nash dads that'll be like, wait, I watched some dudes do something like this in a basement in 1987.
I'm nostalgic right now.
And I was strung out on fucking, Quaaludes and
Usually, what it is though, Eric, is like it's some guy in his like late 30s. And
Yeah.
like you sound just like this band that I caught in 1998.
yeah.
And I love when we catch that stuff
Yeah.
because I do think it
We're
happens.
just trying to do the 90s
Yeah,
again.
it happens
No, it's a great
unintentionally.
like
but,
every millennium.
I think. Well, I know. I mean, I don't think it's just that. I think we all love early 2000s
Yes.
music, and because we grew up at that time.
Yes.
But and we still listen to some of it. And I think a lot of Space Camp unintentionally became a love letter to I think a lot
Yes.
of things we really liked about 2000s. Because like
I think
I would
that's
agree with that.
crazy that you say that
agree.
because listening to y'all's stuff like that specific wave of nostalgia hits me, like the early 2000s wave of nostalgia. And I don't even think it's like a specific sound that it evokes. It's just, it created that feeling in me. It took me back to that place. I think that's great fucking music, like not just like, it sounds great or technically it's awesome, but like, yeah, like even listening to y'all like there, like listening to American Flag Girl, like I was closing my eyes and I was back, like
Yeah.
I was somewhere else.
That's the goal. That's
And-
that's
yeah.
goal
yeah,
number
so that's
one.
my favorite compliment is when people are like, "You made me feel like I was 16 again."
Yes.
And I love
yes.
that.
That
'cause-
took me somewhere. I was not here for a minute while
Yeah.
y'all were playing your
and
music.
yeah,
that makes me
that
feel
always
good
is
every
nice.
time.
That's
No,
always nice.
it was like, it's like, yeah, I forget which song I was listening to at work, but it was almost kind of like having a nostalgic memory, right? It was like happy, but not just happy. There was like sadness too.
Yeah.
And it's like, you were happy to have had the memory. You were sad that it's over, but you're left with like a general like good sense, like that you were there and it happened and
I feel like
not
joy,
to get too zen. Yeah, but
like
that
joy
that,
is
yeah.
a good word to describe that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like you could be like joyful about something even if it was like
Yeah.
a sad moment.
That's
or
why-
whatever.
that's-
well,
yeah.
it's bittersweet, like
Yeah,
it-
absolutely.
It's that
It's-
human feeling
it's-
like this is why
it's
this is why
LaCroix.
we're here.
It's LaCroix,
Yeah.
right?
it's LaCroix, and
It's the LaCroix of feelings.
yeah, so I
No.
don't know. It's really cool. It's really cool to like finally release these songs because like, I mean, we have a whole another record
Yeah.
that is like
Ready.
almost ready. I think we want to
just need
finish
to
I think 2 more
record it.
songs for it to be a
Fuck
complete
yes.
one. So it's
Got some demos.
crazy that we're doing a show dedicated to just this record because
Yeah.
I think it's been a while since. I think we did a really long set maybe about a year and a half ago where we played everything
Yeah.
Yes.
with Jack Martin, Collective Action. We did a show with him.
Oh, okay.
and-
Where was that at?
Actually, at the only time we've ever played at Roanoke's oldest music venue, the Coffee Pot.
The coffee
Oh,
pot.
shit.
Holy
I thought-
shit.
Shout out.
Dude,
We've only
you are
played
not-
once.
We only played the Coffee Pot once.
You are not a Roanoke band until you've played at the Coffee Pot. No cap.
That's a
like,
fact.
Everyone's got to play
But,
there.
you
if you're a
have
but we
to.
band.
didn't.
I'm
for a
glad
long
we
time
don't have to
'cause
do it again.
For a while,
Yeah,
for
right.
a while, it was a lot of punk bands, a lot of metal bands, and
Yup.
we at least when we first started, like really hitting stuff like hard 2017, 2018, really when Ethan hit up, like we tried to get into some punk gigs, it just didn't really work out. Really, it wasn't until recently with Jack that we started to play with some heavier bands. 'Cause
Yeah.
For a long time,
Punk
we would
people are
be
getting into us. They
Yeah.
like us now. We're playing at Black Panther and people are thrashing and having a good
Flying
time.
Flying
Panther.
Panther.
Fuck
Flying
yes.
Panther.
Not the
Whatever the heck it is.
Shout out to Black
You
Panther.
know
Shout out
what?
to Black
I
Panther.
called it
Shout out
Black Panther at
to
first too. It is the
Wakanda.
Flying Panther
I
though.
have made that
Shout out
mistake as
them.
well.
They do have a Black Panther as part of their logo.
I was about to say, yeah,
It's not.
I called them
think that's
that
an
at
honest
first too, and I was like,
mistake.
oh
It is.
fuck, it is Flying Panther.
They should like do some like comic book Black Panther rip.
Absolutely.
Shirts, actually.
Oh, that
I should try to make
Absolutely.
that happen.
Somebody will call
Yeah,
that
right.
cultural appropriation.
Got to
but
talk to
They'll also sell.
It's called
this
liking
dude's
it.
name.
They'd be like, "Oh, I don't care as long as I don't get a cease and desist."
I don't
Farron.
get a C&D.
Yeah,
Let's rock.
Yeah, because I think like
Yeah, he's dope.
Farron's great.
Yeah.
No, I'm really glad that we have Flying Panther. Like, and I'm glad
Right.
that they moved to a location where they can allow shows to whip up. It's
Yeah.
I think what's crazy, not that I don't know. It's just a lot of weird things happened after 2020, and I don't know. Like we were playing and with these certain bands and these certain venues, we knew who the people were booking, and a lot of the times people would come out before the pandemic. Everyone was my brother's age or older, again, the 34, 35, 36-year-olds,
Yeah.
and they'd come out and we would be hitting these like these notes and these feelings they felt in high school because
Right.
they kind of saw all these things they would have saw or listened to in high school. And then after the pandemic, venues shut down. People who were booking for certain venues, they disappeared.
Yep.
Bands broke up. New bands emerged. And we lost some really cool spots and some really cool promoters. And so for Flying Panther to whip up and move from downtown to over to Shenandoah to this big warehouse to allow more shows, I mean, it doesn't fill the void. I think the place like Leftovers like kind of left, but gosh, we needed it,
dude,
and I'm so thankful for it.
It's opened up like a huge door because, I mean, Flying Panther does shows almost every single weekend now, and they are like the like basis point for metal and punk and stuff in the Roanoke Valley. Like without them, the scene would not be as active. So they really carry a lot of weight with them, and they're kind of a driving force being that venue and holding it down for real.
I mean, like, yeah, and like I'm of course super thankful for the spot. Love the spot. Like love the spot. So
We
much.
love the spot.
We're
We owe a
big
lot to
Love
the
the
spot as a
spot.
band.
We do. We owe
yeah.
lots to spot. We owe a lot to JB and Doug Cheatwood for kind of pushing this door. Like I don't know. Yeah, we play the spot a lot. Love the spot, but it's interesting.
They paid for one of our first rounds of shirts.
That's true. That's true.
That's
Oh, wow.
awesome.
Yeah. What's crazy though is like the spot is a smaller venue, so like we do get certain big artists, but certain bigger bands won't whip up. But some of those bands that might be too big to play the spot, sometimes they'll play at Flying Panther. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but y'all don't even have a sound engineer.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
y'all like
that's crazy.
What? But like,
Farron is killing it.
Fair is killing it because
Yeah.
I think really, it really speaks to like I don't know. There's this thing about if the community's right and the intention's correct, it doesn't as much. And I love sound engineers, but sometimes like playing at the right place, with the right people, the right community, like almost means more than having.
Absolutely.
There's
that.
definitely the environment
Absolutely.
there. You know, people like at Spot on Kirk, you know, you got to be a little bit more formal. You're not going to go in there and be crazy as fuck and
I don't
smoke weed in the parking lot
You s-
necessarily. But,
When's the last base camp show you went to? It's pretty smelly outside.
I mean, yeah, people still smoke on the street. I mean, shit, I've smoked on the street in the middle
I'm
of
always
a break
shocked.
or
I'm like,
transition
you
between
keep.
bands.
Oh, that's right. It's
But
not
Flying
20.
Panther really
Did
does.
somebody hit a
you know,
skunk
that's allowed
out
now.
here? It stinks to high
You
hell.
can't do that right now. So what are you doing? Yeah, but
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like, you know, there's like freedoms
I know
and
what you mean.
liberation with Flying Panther and the vibe and the skaters and the mentality there and stuff. It's dope. It's more friendly to the younger scene as well. Cause like, okay,
That's a
for
big
Spot on
thing.
Kirk, I like Spot on Kirk. I will say some of the best performances I've seen there have kind of been more the intimate ones. You got one really good songwriter with an acoustic guitar, and they have the chairs laid out. Dude, this Ari Heist dude that came through, who was a Grammy Award winner a couple years ago, he came and played a show this past summer. Dude, it was probably one of the best shows that I've seen at Spot on Kirk. Not a diss to anyone else, but it
Yeah.
was like the intimacy
take that
there with their
personally.
lighting and their setting. It was, it was dope.
I mean,
But,
yeah. I mean, I think the spot. I think the spot can be, which if those don't know, it's a venue on Kirk Avenue. I love it. It's before that it was the Kirk Avenue Music Hall. Before that it was Shadow Box, which was an old like late night movie theater. I never got to go to that. I saw some bands play at Kirk Avenue. Same setup. But what's interesting, when the first time I saw a show happen at the spot when it was Kirk Avenue Music Hall, and I'm surprised no one's done it since. But one of the bands they set up in the middle of the floor.
Oh, wow. They didn't even use the stage.
And then the other band used the stage, and it was so good, a 2-piece, and it was dope.
I'm into it when bands get off the stage. I'll
Yeah.
never forget Super Deluxe. When we
yeah.
played with Super Deluxe.
Ultra
and the-
Deluxe.
Ultra Deluxe. That was July 3rd. Of
Yeah,
this
Super
past year.
Deluxe is a
One of my favorite shows. this past
mobile
year, so I
app
remember.
developer,
Okay.
incidentally, I think. But no, Home Slice was just out in the audience, thrashing
very
around,
cool.
That was
rolling
a
on
dude
the
with the
floor. I
red
loved it.
hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
His name was Max,
Yes.
actually, I think.
Yes.
Was.
Yeah, and
He's a cool guy.
He ran out the front door. He brought his own XLR cord that was like
Yes.
100 feet so he could run around and shit. And he was running around Spot
That's
on
wild.
Kirk. I
And it
remember
was
that.
Shout out
it
to
was
Ultra
due-
Deluxe. Love
yeah.
Ultra Deluxe.
Shout out to
Super
Ultra
It was
Deluxe.
due to
Yeah.
them. We got
Shout
to
out
go
to
to
them.
New York last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
That was a
Shout
really
out to
big deal.
Friendship
deal.
Quest booking, Ultra Deluxe's Max's booking thing. for
New
bringing
York
us to
was a
New
very
York.
cool
bringing us
tour.
and
We
Time
liked that a
Stables
lot.
to New York.
Yeah, Time Stables. And then we played with this band called Fall of the Albatross, and we got them to come down to Roanoke March 16th.
Y'all
St.
are
Patrick's
gonna
Day
love
weekend.
Follow the
Very
Albatross.
sick.
And
Hell
that show's gonna
yeah.
be sick because
Yeah.
it's gonna be our last show before there's a big change coming up in specifically my life.
Big things are coming.
Me and my wife is having a baby.
Oh,
No
Yeah.
way.
She is due April 13th.
Dude,
So-
hell
that
yeah.
is fucking awesome.
It is going to affect the band's schedule for at least a
Yeah.
small amount of time.
Yeah, go be
Yeah,
a dad.
Yeah,
dude.
so for people who like what they heard today or like the streaming platform music on
better
Spotify,
dang
the
come
subtitle,
out and
yeah,
see
come
us.
see us on the
Come
first,
see us.
but come
Yes.
see us on the 16th before.
The 16th is going to be such a fun show. Follow the Albatrosses.
Is that at the
It's
spot
a
as
lot
well?
as well.
That is at the
Okay.
spot.
And it's also
Absolutely.
a benefit show for Topian's Cafe, which is the first Roanoke Cat Cafe whipping up.
Awesome.
I love
You're
me some kitty
welcome.
cats.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm really happy that like it's us, Object Gray, Lucy the Spy, right?
I believe
And Fall the
so.
Albatross. That
I
sounds
don't know
right.
that for sure.
Fall the Albatross can be there.
Fall the
Support our
Albatrosses.
Queens friends because it's
Fuck
a
yeah.
long
They
drive.
are-
We
they
made
are
that
such
drive.
a
Yeah,
fun
absolutely.
band.
It's a very long drive.
The drive sucks, and they are a blast.
They're so
You want
nice.
to talk about a high energy band? They are just
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
fucking love
That's
that.
what's
dude.
up.
and
love
fully
that.
instrumental. They'll go from a soul section to a fusion jazz section to a gent section to
they're
a prog metal
musicians.
section,
Like
and then
these
it's like,
guys know what the heck they're
Fuck.
doing.
but like, what if it was jam band for a second, and then it's like, here's a breakdown in 11/8, and you're like, I don't, but it's so fun.
No, like you want to talk about math rock? Like
Yeah.
it feels like an insult calling this band math rock when you got bands like Follow the
Yeah,
Albatross
we
out there
are a
actually
post-rock
using their
band with
brain.
math rock tendencies.
Yeah.
They are a math rock.
They're math
Okay.
rock to the core.
But people will see us.
They're
and go,
like
"Oh, we're
cool
a
math rock. They're not like beetle deedle deedle,
Yeah.
you know, like the boring crap. Like they
Yeah.
are intense
Dude,
math
fuck
rock.
yeah. Well, I'm sold. I'm March 16th.
March 16th.
Please
there.
come.
Fucking
That
be there,
that
be
show's gonna be
square.
sick.
Hell yeah.
So this should be out before then. So definitely, people, if you see this,
March
tickets,
16th. Yeah.
fill out.
It's gonna
the
be
spot
really
on Kirk.
16th.
Couple
We'll try
good
to be
shows
there.
coming up.
Biscuits and gravy. I'll definitely be there. Biscuits and gravy presents,
Hell yeah.
Please do, man.
and yeah.
I can let you introduce. Hey, this is Lost in.
I'll do a character.
This is Chevy Chase.
I'll do a
This
fucking
is Saturday Night
character.
Live.
This is Saturday Night
The
Live.
question is, no, there's no way he could fit into the Wilford costume. That'd be funny. There's a photo
Try.
shoot that we took where Bailey was in a. With, my brother has
Yes.
a Wilford costume, and Bailey's in the Wilford
That's
costume.
funny.
If you catch it quick enough, it might still be somewhere on the internet.
Yeah, if Ron was here,
Careful
he'd pull it up
Googling.
right now.
Yeah.
Just bring me on as the guy that coined the term math rock.
This is the man. That
This is
coined
the
term.
man who came up with it originally.
So we were busting lines at the fucking sushi restaurant, right? And I get back, it's probably 3:30, 4 p.m. I'm just getting back to get my car keys to go to drunk drive home, basically. And no, the guys are like, look, we got a tape here. It's some stuff. We got to listen to it. I'm like, fucking, all right, cool. We sit down. I start hearing a little bit of the I don't know, man. You know, to me, sounds like a fucking calculator. So I said, you know, what are they doing? They making fucking math rock here? Boom. You know,
I can't
boom.
even count that high. What is going on? I gotta do math to listen to this music.
Coin it, fucking sell it, you know? Yeah, and now I'm 4 times divorced.
Because of this.
Because of math
Because
rock.
of this, because of
Math rock has ruined my life.
It's ruined my fucking life and career. Like my daughter won't talk to me. You know, she makes bedroom pop. It's over for me. That's my character. I'm done.
I mean, in all seriousness, American Don by Don Caballero.
Don
is fantastic.
Collaborero.
Don
American
Don
Caballero.
Don's
Caballero.
Collaborero.
It's a good one. I recommend it, Eric, when you drive home tonight. And then when you walk outside back inside your house, you should put it on, man. It's good. The first track, you'll go, okay, I like this.
Okay.
You'll like it. And if you
Like,
don't, I hate you. Don't talk to
so
me ever
that's what
again.
they're doing.
Word.
No, I don't mean that.
Yeah, Klean will throw it on. He doesn't sleep. He just he hangs upside down. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like a bat.
Yeah, he's kind of. It's
See,
like a bat.
I was
yeah.
thinking he got into like a giant action figure, like cardboard plastic case, and he just kind of
Buzz Lightyear.
kind of pushed it back, and you're like, Mom, can you see it?
Yeah, I put Klean back in like a fucking It's like
You should get action figures, bro.
we shrink him back down. He's because he's just he's like a GI Joe. That
Yeah, and ever since Max saw the Barbie movie, this is how he sleeps.
No.
I'm thinking about that Aqua Teen Hunger Force with what is the guy? Happy Time Harry, that action figure Meatwad gets, and he is not a nice man.
I can't do my Meatwad voice. No. This summer, this summer, a lonely boy finds a way with his science project to bring his action figure to life.
Hey, mommy, look. It's Spawn. He's real.
I'm your soul.
So cool, right, Mom?
starring Max Klean as G.I. Joe, and Eric Reynolds as a fucking nerd.
Mom, look, it's Max. It's an action figure Max. It's Max G.I. Joe.
Check him
Max.
out. He's huge.
That's a grown man. Why is he in your closet?
Why is he
Just a
butt-ass
guy.
naked?
It's like,
Like, I don't know, I don't have any clothes for him.
Don't mind me. I'm just playing with your son.
Hey, Mom, watch this really cool action he does if he pushes this thing on his back.
Can you wear some of your boyfriend's clothes? Or he's just got like a tap-out shirt on? Okay,
G.I. Joe.
It's set in the 2000s.
Real
as well.
American hero.
It's like early 2000s, so people were just like, everybody's drinking Mountain Dew. And it's like
Yeah,
all
and they're
faced towards
on
the
that
camera.
9/11 high.
Yeah,
and they're
we're all
like,
Toby
gonna
Keith.
put a boot in your mouth. It's the American way.
Yeah. His dad died in 9/11. So his mom's like,
A different 9/11, but
she's fucking like fireman, like out the ass. That's not out her ass, but you know.
he died 9/11 at a completely different related unthing, but like
A different, yeah, it's a completely
He
different
was
9/11.
hit by a bus.
The towers hit like the St. Louis Arch or something. Like, fucking-
He choked on a piece of sushi at
My-
Ben Goy's.
my husband died 9/11. I'm so sorry, man. Mom, why do you keep saying that? He was in a different state. Shh.
He's a different state.
Shut up,
He died. He died on an oil rig. And it just happened to be 9/11. Shut up.
He was in New Jersey and got T-boned at an intersection. What do you mean?
My fucking father died on 9/11. All right. Okay. Yeah. But
Yeah, all right, yeah.
yeah. Okay. But yeah, your dad had congestive heart failure in fucking Tony Cacciatore's.
He smoked for 40 years.
I mean, look, he was smoking when he fucking died.
Wait,
you
Mom,
know?
you telling me that he wasn't a firefighter legend?
I mean, the only legend that he was to the fire department was how many times they had to come and put out his bed because he fell asleep with a cigarette in his mouth.
Oh,
fucked up.
Tony's got the cigarettes in his mouth
That's
again.
deep. Tony fell asleep again. He burned up another duvet.
Looks like he's dead.
There he goes.
I think it's called duvet.
It was. I remember it because it was 9/11, and we should have been
forget.
saving people's lives.
He was late for his shift. He lived in New York and everything. He just slept through his
He
whole
slept
shift.
right through it. Just cigarette right in his
There's
mouth.
got to be some people with that story though, like they died on 9/11 or their father died or something on 9/11, but is unrelated to the
Totally
actual.
unrelated.
Statistically, highly likely.
I mean, no.
that has
I grew
happened.
up. My mom, I don't know what age. So my grandmother remarried 3 times, and her last marriage, super cool guy,
Yeah.
lived in Bristol, Tennessee, looked exactly like Richard Petty. Like,
Incredible.
exactly. So people would come into Bristol, Tennessee. They
Incredible.
would take pictures with him, and he just stopped.
You look just like my
No.
favorite race
They
car
wouldn't say that.
driver
They'd
of
go,
all time.
Oh my God, it's Richard Petty! Can I take a picture with you? And he'd be like, "Sure thing." He looks exactly.
Wouldn't say a word. That's incredible.
And
Oh my God, you're
I will
Richard
absolutely
Petty.
do that for you.
But-
Hold up, honey, get the fucking camera. Take a picture of me and fucking Richard Petty right now.
So there's so many people out there who got pictures of my grandfather.
That's
Petty.
incredible.
But
That's
but
incredible.
he
Rich, that's just like him.
he died. But he died of
Pleasing the
leukemia.
fans.
And but how my mom told the story as a kid, talking about like, oh, they were using cancer drugs to make it work. It stopped working, so he relapsed. But my brain heard drugs relapse, and so I'm thinking
My
my grandfather was a drug addict.
Yeah.
drugs.
And I think I was like 9 or something, and I was
Yeah.
telling somebody, and my mom was like, "No,
No.
He got cancer." I was like, "Oh, he didn't get cancer concurrently." Like, no, he didn't do. No, he just looked like Richard Petty. Was really nice. Was a trucker, and got leukemia.
Trucker.
So it makes sense that there would be a story somewhere where some mom was like, "Your dad died in 9/11." Didn't want to say why. Some kid grows up somewhere
Yeah.
thinking that like my dad's a hero,
My dad's a hero. Dude.
but my grandfather was a hero because he looked just like Richard Petty and
That's-
didn't. Yeah, I mean, what do you do?
That's
with
a
that?
great second act reversal. He finds out that his dad was really just like a guy.
Just a guy.
A guy who fell asleep with a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, that was it. That's all Pa. That's my dad. But really, third act, he's still a hero to me.
Yeah.
And to the Philip Morris Tobacco Company.
The Philip Morris Tobacco Company.
Uh,
Gotta rep Philip
Shout out to
Morris.
Altria.
that movie, the movie's done. The movie's wrap that. Let's get that written. AI or whatever, get on that. Let's get that shot.
Excuse me, Clean Studios AI, would we please just go ahead and produce that
See,
whole
I want to see a
screenplay?
Zevia movie.
That Zevia can.
Yeah, I want to see a
freaking
movie
go
based on
away.
a soda. Has that been done
Zevia
before?
movie. So we talked about they made the BlackBerry movie,
Yeah.
which is almost an asinine concept.
Well,
but they made it incredible.
But you remember how insane?
Right.
So did your
The
dad
BlackBerry
have my dad had a
movie?
BlackBerry.
I know, but my dad's boss had a BlackBerry.
Okay,
Yeah, my dad did.
So that was like the whole thing.
Did your dad have a BlackBerry?
No.
I'm shocked, actually.
Why would he have a BlackBerry?
I don't know. He seems important.
He's a landscaper. He had the Nokia stick phone, and he used the stick ringtone. And when it finally broke, he was upset that he couldn't have that ringtone anymore.
I love your dad. Shout out to Rob.
He's
dude.
still
Rob,
upset
shout
about
out
it.
to
He'll
Rob.
bring it up every once in a while. I'll be
Still
like,
pissed
I
about
miss
it.
that ringtone.
He's just walking around mad all morning. And you're like, what's wrong?
I just
He's
remember the
like,
first time my
I
dad
genuinely
was like,
tried to find that ringtone for him.
Oh, wow.
But the problem is the way, like, the processing was so rudimentary on that Nokia stick phone that they kind of EQ'd it, and as well as like the way the processing like made the sound, like you can't recreate it without the fucked up, broken Nokia phone making it happen.
See, this is a movie in and of itself. This
I'd watch
would
that
be a
movie,
great
Bailey.
Pixar short. It'd be a good
Nokia's
Pixar
been
short.
waiting for its moment for
They have
a
been.
movie. They've earned it, I think. That phone's got a reputation, almost as
do.
much as the iPhone.
I want to know about the movie where it's like, what if Blockbuster didn't get shut down?
That would be a
There's
great
still one
fucking movie.
blockbuster,
But like,
and they actually did make a
Actually,
movie about that.
See, I
good.
had that idea, and it was like one of those things where you're at that point where you're having ideas, and then you don't do anything about it. And then 5 years later, somebody does something, you're like,
yeah,
I had that fucking idea.
they stole from me.
But no, I was like, it'd be like I just love the image of like the last Blockbuster. I think it's such a powerful fucking like. It's like we just as America, we just love that idea of like we can just
the little guy.
The Bastion.
Yeah.
we love the
Of-
little guy.
of-
like
it-
through
it's
capitalism,
persisting.
we will keep one
underdog.
little-
I was
yeah,
about to say we like the underdog for sure.
We do.
yeah, like
That's
the
the
GameStop
art
I mean, we
story.
underdog.
started as
They
the
made a movie
underdog,
about
for
that.
real.
But what's funny
We
though
did.
is like, even though that is the case, though, we also don't.
We also don't.
We also don't like. The
We love
underdog.
the story of
Yeah,
the
shout out
underdog,
the Chiefs. They just
but
won
it's the
Super
highly
Bowl.
produced story.
Yeah, we don't
of the,
like to actually support them. We
Yeah.
like the romanticized retelling of us supporting the. Oh,
Yeah.
we were always about that guy.
Like, have you
Remember all
seen the
those
one about the
underdogs?
dang Flamin' Hot Cheetos guy? That guy's got a movie.
underdog,
Mm.
American hero.
Underdog.
That's
the guy
what-
who made Cheetos taste okay. He's done it.
damn.
He's made
You know
Cheetos
what?
edible.
What if these were hot?
What if these
Stamping
were a little
movie.
spicy and had some chili powder on them?
See, I like the
Next.
second act where it's like, "Hi, we found some packing peanuts. Turns out you can eat them. Wait,
Yeah.
put some cheese on it."
What if they were spicy?
See, I'm okay. I'm okay with this though because I think if we're gonna lean into the whole consumerism thing, like you get the Barbie movie,
I
you
love
get all
the
the
Barbie
Mattel
movie.
movies. I think those were all very well executed because there are people that aren't trying to make something that's so like sniffing its own farts that it's like, oh, like this is a commercial, but like look at me make a commercial, like haha, like it's
Long
just,
form
like
commercial.
Barbie was genuinely good.
It was really good. See, yeah, that's why
Like-
I want a Beetleborg movie. Talking to you, Saban.
Like fucking like Greta Gerwig like really realized. So like I'd do a fucking if companies wanted to put these huge marketing budgets into a movie, I'll
it.
watch your movie.
I'd rather watch an
I'd
hour and
rather
a half
watch your
ad
movie.
than
Yes, because like look like we talked about Diet Coke, dude. If somebody made a fucking Diet or a Zevia movie, like fucking I'd watch it, even if
Yeah.
it was a bold fucking I watched the fucking Tetris movie.
It's just two guys
It was
arguing about
good.
stevia, right? Wait, I haven't seen the Tetris movie. Was it
Tetris
good?
movie was good. I like what's his face that was in it. Oh fuck, he was in
Ron,
Kingsman.
you got that for us? Can you look that up?
That
Bryan
joke,
Cranston.
That joke
Pull
is
that shit up wrong.
Wait, so it's a
Taron Egerton. No, not Taron Egerton. Fucking what's his name?
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
Did you see his new
Yeah.
commercial with Sarah V?
This is my, this
The
is my
lotion? Dude,
cream.
is-
it was fucking so funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Thank
as
you,
hell.
Tim and Eric,
It
for
was-
giving us the advertisements we know we need.
Yeah.
It was an okay Super Bowl in terms of the commercials.
Yes.
Oh,
It's better than past years. Past
I
years
lo-
were trash.
I love the wax philosophic about specifically Super Bowl commercials because I think they say a lot about like not like current movements in like literature and film, but like how we interpret them.
yeah.
It's a
Mhm.
microcosm of
corporate-
culture and
Right.
what everyone's thinking about.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
facts.
like we went in a certain direction, with like movies, film, whatever, and now it's like trickling down to commercials.
So it's like all those people are like, oh, you know, like let me make a fucking self-referential ad. And you know, it's like it's a good it's a funny gig, you know, it gets a haha. But now we're like to the point where it's like I'm watching a commercial that's telling me to skip it. Like I hate that. Like this is stupid.
Yeah.
I'm playing 4-dimensional chess.
I don't even feel like it was that long ago that we had a lot of really incredible commercials.
Yes.
This goes back to what I was talking about. Ads suck now.
They do, and it's
So thank you, Sarah V, for taking Michael into your arms.
I think it's you know part of it's we don't have the attention span anymore, and they're fighting for less and less of our time. I think, and it's
Thank you, the internet. I'm gonna blame the internet.
The
for
5-second ad, you know, before you can skip is like now like that's where you gotta get your whole premise in, and it's you know
Monster sales event today. Come.
we lose something and we don't, you know, like it just gets shifted somewhere else. It's not like we're running away from the ads, but I feel like we lost an art.
Well, so it's funny. My wife and I, on our anniversary Tuesday, we were driving down, and I was talking about, there was this thing, and I don't know if you guys experienced this, but in elementary school, and it was my good friend Kelsey, who I kind of felt like helped perpetuate this, but it was like, if you saw the Super Bowl, and you didn't watch all the commercials and only commercials, and you couldn't quote this commercial to your friends, you were out of the loop. And there was one year where I missed 2 of the biggest commercials.
Yeah.
I was
You
somewhere
missed the yearly Doritos
I was
commercial.
out. I was for like 3 months. Like I was out of a joke. Like that my entire class. And like at the time, I was pretty. I thought Kelsey's pretty cute, so I felt really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I was like, she's
Yeah,
gonna go for
watch all the
Nathan, and I can't
commercials.
do anything about it because I can't quote.
I missed the Doritos ad.
yeah, I can't-
Now the girl won't get me. No.
because I can't
she won't
say
hug
the
me in the
Doritos
hallway.
ad.
The cookies and cream ad. I'm a little boy who likes peaches and cream. The peaches and cream ad. You know what I'm
Peaches
talking
and cream.
about? Peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream.
I'm so loud. I like peaches and cream.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. I didn't see it. I was
I
out.
don't know what you're talking
I was-
about, so I guess I'll never get the
Yeah, I was
girl.
out of the
Yeah.
loop. I was out of the loop. It was candy. It was those candies that they stopped making because they were choke hazards.
Yes, because people were choking and dying on them. Yeah, see, that at its peak, right? That's beautiful.
We gotta
America.
stop making the candy because the kids are swallowing it whole.
All right,
Taking them
yeah.
like pills.
I mean, it's a fucking corn syrup, like fucking like evil guy meeting, and they're like, "How do we get it in these kids? How do I make fat little kids?"
We can't get them to smoke anymore because they got rid of smoking sections. What do we do, Josh?
Oh, that's a different meeting, but also a fun meeting. I just love to think about the rooms where like people made like they're like fuck, okay, cigarettes done. You know, like we had a good run, 90s grunge, everybody was smoking. Your mom was smoking, your dad was smoking, fucking cool kids were smoking, teachers were smoking at school, kids are smoking. Everybody's got a cigarette in their mouth. Now it's all of a sudden, thanks to
What do you call like
the liberal Democrats in Congress, we've got fucking, you know, now we've got to worry about, and they're like, oh God, vape. Yeah, we'll just go we'll go that way. We will
I've
do
got
that.
it. The kids will really love
Flavors.
pretending they're a dragon and getting
Yeah,
addicted
to me, it sounds like they were like,
flavors.
what
nicotine.
supervillain do we call on? And some Lex Luthor asshole comes out, and he's, or like,
Yeah.
Magneto. I like Magneto imagery.
They're like
the
this,
fucking
like a
helmet.
guy,
he has a cape
yeah.
and a helmet. He's like, you're having kids not smoking enough cigarettes these days. You see, I got just the thing. Hands my Jewel, and it's
got, like,
like,
a
thank you, Jewel Man, or Captain Jewel.
Like a cage with like a rat that's hooked up to like a fucking like vape, and he's like, I've been working on this for decades, and they're like, we didn't think we wanted to bring this out, but
Alex tried taking the vape from his hands, and he's like, or
rat's like,
something. Yeah.
like bites him, and he's like, oh my God, this is incredible, and it tastes like peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream. Yeah, I
You
do.
can't even choke on this. You
Yeah,
can't
oh my
choke permanently.
goodness.
And now our supervillains are just, marrying pop stars like Grimes and being
Yes.
like, I'll just throw us a car to the sun. I'm pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I'm Elon Musk. I'm technically an African American. Ha 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 ha. Idiot.
Checkmate, liberal.
Yeah, ha ha.
Yeah, I know like an AI chatbot that can help you answer questions would be really cool, but what if it just patronizes you?
What if
I'm
it's-
hilarious.
What if it's mansplained everything to you? What if I just got Neuralink and you could just suck my balls from anywhere in the world?
Do you think they're just like, yeah, I know that guy's probably tired of seeing that 2002 McDonald's commercial again, but let's just load it up in there one more time. See what happens.
There it is. Let's see if we can break him. Let's see. We're gonna run
I'm loving it. Just like it just breaks and like repeats at certain
Oh
parts.
my God, dude.
Should have never gotten the budget Neuralink. All I hear is McDonald's
Oh,
ads.
there's McDonald's. They
Elon,
broke
my
my shit, and I just
Neuralink
hear
went
fucking-
busted, and now I'm just seeing mobile ads all the time in front of my eyes. My life is ruined. Thank you.
Can't wait for the damn Reddit threads where people are like, "Is it normal for your Neuralink to do this?" And everyone's gonna be like,
Downvoted.
"Downvoted." Guys, I don't think I want the Neuralink downloaded. You're not progressive.
Downvoted.
Look, you have to remove your
Downvoted.
slurp first, man. You have to drain it with your neural juice.
Listen, since you got it installed, if you don't keep it charged, you'll die.
Yeah.
And then you light 3 candles to the west and pray to the great god Elon, and then you'll be fine.
You've been missing our 7 p.m. hive mind orgasm that we all have scheduled.
Dude, it would still be Rocket League, and you know it would be. 200 years from now, the Neuralink
Absolutely.
Rocket League annual, but it's everybody. That's
Yeah.
church now.
Yeah,
You play
it's
Rocket
church.
League and you sing songs.
See, that
It's
tracks because canonically Fortnite and Rocket League are in the same universe. So you've got Fortnite people
Wow.
there, and you know
They're all there worshiping at the religion of
I still think it'd be some weird
Victory
version. It would still be
Royale.
like regular Christianity. That just everyone be playing Rocket League.
wow, that's incredible. No, I love imagining
It's just a
that.
sermon, but with like the stupid, like, what is it, Subway Surfers
Well,
video
yeah.
below the guy.
Because I feel
So
like
do you have like Rocket League black churches too though? Do you have like a preacher that's like he's like sometimes your teammate serves you up a ball and you just zoom right past it and then right over it, and that happens in life too. And stay with me now, amen. And life is just like a game of Rocket League. Sometimes you score a goal, and and sometimes you lose.
And sometimes your older brother takes the DeLorean that you got from that new Back to the Future release, and he puts on Power of Love directly into your headset and pisses off all your friends. That's how I play Rocket League, by the way. Don't play Rocket League with
I
me.
appreciate y'all sticking to this joke. I think that's a tough one.
No, I'm serious. That's how I play Rocket League, y'all. I only play Rocket League on those conditions. You have the DeLorean car. Cool, let me whip in. And they're like, oh, cool. I don't play video games that much. So they're like, oh, yeah, of course, awesome. Unless you, and then I do that. I take my phone, Power of Love, straight to the headset. And no one wants it.
Yeah.
But it's funny if you also play it on your phone, if you're passionate, so we can all play Power of Love together. Different times. Robert Zemeckis is
It's just a power of love.
oh no. It's the power of
Oh,
love.
that's it. That's okay. Even worse.
Yeah, it's the Back to the Future.
Even worse.
It's a crazy thing.
Music was in a weird place in that
You don't
time.
like you listen to the news?
I do. a little bit, but you get into your into your American Psycho vibes there.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, have you heard it? It's hip to be square. No, I really do like.
Their first studio album is fucking about to cut him up.
I really do like Huey Lewis in the news. I really do.
I do like a lot of their stuff.
Well, I think they like. I don't know. Not that they're a huge influence for Space Camp, because that would be a very large departure from the truth. But I do think they were in on how it was almost like they were like, we sound commercial, and that's why we're getting signed.
Yeah.
But how about we sound even more commercial?
Yeah.
So it's almost a joke on itself.
It's a joke
Like,
of its. Yeah,
But it's so tight, and they're really good musicians. So there's something powerful about that.
that's funny because that's like the whole.
We're gonna beat the system by participating in it.
That's like the whole premise of American Psycho, like the book.
Yeah.
Is like, oh yeah, to beat the whole like hyper masculine like consumer culture, we'll just like revel in it, like bombard you with it.
Now I'm happy
But what happens if you get
because I
lost?
chose this
You
for
know, I think
myself.
most people get lost.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And now we're just head over heels into it. Motherfuckers are walking around with the Apple shit on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you come across an old Marlboro hoodie at a thrift store, it's gonna be like $60.
That's tough.
No,
No,
it's got a hole in it.
if you find a Marlboro hoodie, that motherfucker
did.
would be $400.
No, it really was. It was only
it
it was
$60?
actually 80, and there was a big hole.
I might have got that.
It was actually really close to Richmond. It was we
Shout out to Goodwill because it's better
Yes.
than
was.
independent thrift stores.
Bailey and I played a gig.
Terms
in
of
Richmond.
price.
It was with Space Camp, and we went to a thrift store. Quick.
Shout out to the Salamander.
I love thrift. I do. I hate new clothes. I just really just
Do you see the shirt I was wearing earlier?
yes. I love that.
Yeah.
The stringer, the
Ringer
Red Lobster.
tee. Yeah, big fan of that one.
That thing is cool.
Yeah, Greensboro has a lot of like really slick, like secondhand, like graphic tee shops.
I tell you what, the coolest shirts I've ever purchased. I was in Thailand, and I tell you what, I don't know where they get them from, but like I got friends in Thailand, and they have found like Mill Mountain Zoo shirts in markets in Thailand, and I don't know how they get them. They got sources, and everything is extremely inexpensive in Thailand,
way.
so you can just like pick up ridiculous things.
Wait, like, do you know what like
ridiculous things.
era? Does it have like Ruby? Is it Ruby era Mill Mountain?
I don't know if it's Ruby era. I don't know what that means really.
That was, for those who don't know, Ruby was the tiger that lived
Yes.
at Mill Mountain
White
Zoo
tiger.
for a
It
very
wasn't
long
that
time.
era,
She was
I don't
really
think.
sweet.
I was telling somebody about that fucking tiger the other day.
Ruby was a big deal, man.
I think it's
I could not
dangerous to call a
remember.
tiger sweet.
It's
Well, I never got to go in there, but like you could tell. I mean, you just could tell. I mean,
it was raised in captivity.
He was
but
raised in
It is
captivity.
a big kid.
I don't believe
I'd
I don't
imagine.
like wild animals. At least
Yeah.
not. I don't like being in their proximity.
Ever since I saw that
I'm an
bear
animal person.
documentary, the Werner Herzog one about the dude that got fucking Grizzly Man or whatever,
Also, Tiger King.
I was like, dude, I don't fuck.
yeah, Tiger King.
I don't mess with that.
Tiger
junk.
King Buckhouse Wild as well, but that's a whole different story.
That's a whole different story. And I blame Florida mostly for
Start
that.
taking amphetamines and running with that crowd.
It's a weird thing. You would think that people would mix meth and giant.
Exotic animals.
Are you
Predator
sure
cat.
that that's
Yeah.
weird? Because like
Well, no, it
And,
makes
like,
sense.
bruising.
that's
if
the
you're high
only
on
thing.
methamphetamines,
That's
That's
the
all he
only thing
does.
that should motivate you
you
to
would
be
s-
near
but you would
an
have-
animal that could kill you
to sober
that
up.
easily.
Yeah.
at some point, you go, "Well, I'm about to spend like $12,000 on a Bengal tiger."
Yeah.
Sheesh, I better take
That's
a
when
lot
you
of
get the
meth.
party going
All
again,
I
dude.
want is like
There's no
big
way I could do this if I am
tigers
sober.
and then like big old up boys, and that's it. Like what? Like and to do a little bit of meth. Shoot me, kill me.
Shoot me, kill me.
And
What are you gonna do?
And we ate that shit up. Yeah, that was actually pretty.
Now
good.
listen to our.
Thank you.
yeah,
That's
wait.
my jokes.
He's like,
Now
shit
here's
me,
my
kill
co-
me.
now
I
here's
don't
my
care what you
country
do.
record.
I will never financially
not
recover
gay.
from this.
I'm a straight man.
Except when I'm really good.
Except I'm gay literally all the time.
Nah.
No, it's fucking. That was a wild.
Yeah, it was a
I
wild
still
time.
all the time
dark
I
time.
reference the I'll never financially recover from this. That's one of the more iconic lines from the
It is-
past 10
that-
years.
That's
I love
a great meme. That we live in the
I
meme
will
Not Carol
culture.
did
never
it?
That's
financially
a
recover from
perfect
this.
meme.
I've never heard him do a Tiger
You
King.
didn't hear it?
I've never heard you do a Tiger
Me?
King like
I
impression
did.
until
good.
tonight.
That's actually good.
really good,
I do a
Ethan.
few voices and I do them with my whole heart. They're well practiced,
Yeah.
deeply practiced. That's one of them.
You got to have a couple good ones.
You gotta always keep a couple good impressions in the back
I love
pocket.
my Obama. My Obama's a good one that you just bring out. 'Cause
Do you do this?
It can't be that good.
Holding the
You
invisible
gotta-
wand.
You got to do.
Well, you see, son.
Good evening, my fellow Americans.
Wow.
It's not,
How does Ron feel about that when you do that?
not that good.
Yeah, I figured you would it.
Not that good. As I imagine, I would have gotten the boo button after my my black reverend bit.
I was thinking to myself, I wonder what Ron would say.
Which may get cut, which may get cut. That's what you love about editorial.
if you, yeah, I guess it's.
You get the editorial. If the joke didn't land, then it didn't land. No, but the
We can
Obama
move
one's
on.
all right.
That's a
Do you
beauty,
ever just
beauty
like
of this
he's
not being
Hawaiian.
if you ever make a
live
joke that you
live.
think is funny, but like your artist or your guest doesn't think it's funny, do you like clip video of them laughing about something else later and then making it seem like
I've
a
That
laugh?
crap
I've
was
never done
funny.
that.
That crap was
That'd be
funny.
fair.
I
I've
earned a
never
laugh.
done that much. My favorite one though, we had Asia Bronte's episode just went up on Monday, but at the end we were just like, we were just riffing and fucking around, and she goes, how long do these usually go? And it was just like a perfect like dig.
Listen, it's past my
backhanded dig,
bedtime.
and I had to cut it because it was just too like
Just right there.
I
Too
was
on the
like,
nose.
It just got me, dude. I was just like,
I'm a little
man.
sad that you didn't just leave a like a long pocket of silence and then pan like go to different camera angles of silence.
Yeah,
Just for like a whole
Just
30
crickets,
seconds of
crickets,
silence.
crickets.
Listen, I still got to put my drums away. Like when's
this? Check my watch. No, but it's a trip. No, sometimes jokes don't land, but that's just part of the biz. A lot of times it's you're like
I was gonna say a joke about the Malaysian air flight, but I couldn't do it. Sorry.
that one would fly.
That's too
That one
soon.
would fly here. Anybody? Yeah, thank you, America.
No, that shit's crazy though.
Oh no, but it is fun because the first like couple episodes we did were all people that we knew, bringing them on.
Okay.
And now, like, doing a run of, like, people that I'm meeting for the first time.
You don't know what you can get
It's
away with.
completely different.
I like to think when at least when we walked in, you kind of had a feeling that we were goofballs, right?
You can get a vibe off people, but you can never tell, you know? You can never tell. But you guys have a good vibe.
Okay.
But
We're just some
We're gonna
straight-laced
leave,
gentlemen.
and if you can save some audio of him talking shit, let me know.
Yeah, we just post the audio.
So next time I'm planning to be like,
Frickin'
this goes out to Aaron.
skinny
Fuck you, Aaron.
He's like, I don't get the fucking math thing. I'm just being honest. No, but
So is there a reason your music sounds so bad?
now we
Should've
get to
been
the
our first
real
question.
interview.
Y'all are really
What
sticking
the
to that.
fuck are you doing with those things?
Why did you spend that much money on your equipment? You stupid fucking idiot. Go get a job as a welder. Your hands are nothing
Why is
but
that-
being well used for brick mortar work. We're gonna
I
say
would
it.
love
gonna
to do
say,
that
why is that
character, but I
bassist
could
got so
never
many
stick to the
pedals?
bit.
I don't know.
I would love to do that character where I'm like fake mean to people, but I could never stick to the bit, dude. Like I could never be
Like
like
the kind of between two ferns,
Yeah.
Zach Galifianakis sort of deal.
I just can't stick to it, man. Even as funny as it is, the whole deadpan sarcastic thing now. That's like
It's funny you
a
bring that up.
fad.
So I notice you're going bald.
Yeah.
So have you squared with that yet? Are you having an
Are you come to
existential
terms with
crisis
that?
yet?
Yeah.
See, it's funny because like the love Zach Galifianakis. He did a lot of Tim and Eric
Yeah.
features. The first time I saw him was the director. So that was who I thought Zach Galifianakis was. So when I finally caught him in his big movie break, Hangover, I was so upset. You know how wrong it is to see Zach Galifianakis be nice to people?
Yeah.
I'm
And
glad you
you're
guys
like-
brought that up.
you're
It's
like,
something
what
that
the fuck?
it's been a long time since I've talked about it, but I
Right.
just want everyone to know, if you think Zach Galifianakis is funny in that movie, you're dumb.
He's from Virginia.
Is he really?
Yeah.
There's no way.
That's
I
why.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
Like
he's from
Northern Virginia, though?
I think he's from, not like northern. I think he's from like God. Again, this would be great.
Not
time
Double
to have Ron.
Maryland. Like,
But no, he's from like a small town in Virginia.
weird.
Call me no true Scotsman here, but like Northern Virginia is such a totally different
Different
vibe.
country.
It's
from,
Maryland.
Different
like
country, yeah.
Northern Virginia, like north of, Arlington,
Yeah.
Richmond, DC, all
Yeah.
that crap up there is such a different vibe. than
That's a
here.
different area. I mean,
No
it's-
offense
it's
to
a different
Richmond.
state.
I love everyone I've ever met who's from Richmond, but that city sucks.
It's funny you talk about that because when we go to North Carolina, like to like Asheville and like Greensboro and Winston-Salem, and like I haven't been to Boone in a long time, but those places feel a lot more like Roanoke. in a
They're
lot of
Virginia.
ways.
Yeah, they're more like Virginia than Nova. I mean, like the way that things shook out, and you got to remember, states just come from like
I mean,
bullshit.
what we're talking about. I mean, we're literally an hour away from West Virginia.
Yeah.
We have more in common with people in West Virginia
Right.
than we do, and people who live in Alexandria.
Culturally, I feel like a fish out of water whenever I'm like Northern Virginia.
I was in Richmond over the summer, and I was with my brother because he lived there for a while, and I was going back to go to a bar. I might have been a club. Not a big bar club guy. Drunk white people terrify the shit out of me. I used to play in a country western band with my brother, and I got my fill of drunk,
Those are the
scary white
drunkest
people.
and whitest.
Yeah,
Chris,
it's
do you
really
feel
terrifying.
comfortable here?
The
then?
drunkest.
Well,
The
nah,
whitest.
you're not like
got the drunkest.
yeah, man, but like you're a slide player, man, and I'm like, dude, I gotta go to work.
Sunday, the
drunkest, the whitest, the hairiest, the most
The ringest.
incomprehensible.
the tootinest. When are y'all gonna play Neon Moon?
At the church.
You know, I was making a point, guys, but like it's gone. I'm fully
Sorry.
sober, and I don't know what happened. Fully soaked.
Oversoaked.
Oh yeah. So I'm at this club, and I'm about
Yes.
to like, and I'm finishing a cigarette.
Yes.
I've it's been I think 3 weeks now. No cigarettes. I've quit.
Fuck
it's been really
yes.
hard. But
we hate smoke. Smoking's terrible.
Sorry if this makes it hard, but what was your weapon of choice?
So it's a tough one. So before I quit, I was
Yeah.
a big 27 user.
Yes.
A lot of 27s. And then how I quit the first time, I took filters off of Black American Spirits,
Uh-huh.
and that got me to quit. So
Wow.
the second time around, I went to India. You can't vape in India, so I
Yeah.
switched back to Yellow American Spirits, and
Yeah.
then I started to smoke Southern Cuts. So the Southern Cuts was my.
Southerns are delicious. That's a delicious drop. I'm sorry to
No,
eat
it's
you
hard. But
recommend
last time I
those
had
things.
it, 3 weeks ago, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I was like, I don't like that
You turn the
taste,
switch.
how that makes me
Right.
feel. I can't do this. But so I'm outside this bar,
Yeah.
and I look at the bouncer, and I'm like, "Hi, where can I like put this?" And he looks at me and he's like, "Bro, anywhere. Like, why are you even talking to me?" And that's when I was
I'm
like,
about
"Oh,
to
I don't
introduce-
belong here."
I'm about to
Oh,
introduce you
yeah.
to this wild concept. It's called the ground.
Littering.
Yeah. because I wanted to put it in a little like ash bucket
yeah.
outside because I just just to seem
Bro, the world is your ashtray.
yeah. So that's
World's your oyster.
so I'm definitely I think I've gotten older. I'm definitely a lot more of a hillbilly than I've realized.
Yeah.
And like I like NASCAR. I never not liked NASCAR.
NASCAR fucks, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it does.
it does.
It used to fuck way more, but
I'm
When we had
telling
the junior,
you,
I got to
it's
see
the
him.
world's biggest spectator sport. Like you
I
can't,
I think 97,
can't play
98.
with it.
It was 98. We went to Daytona
that's awesome.
and no, we went to Martinsville. It was Martinsville.
Martinsville
I hear
and
Daytona's small. Like it's a
we,
small.
yeah, I caught Jeff Gordon, Dellon Jr., and Tony Stewart doing their thing, man. It was awesome.
It's an electric atmosphere.
Yeah.
It really is.
I won't lie, I was 6 and I did fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, it happens because of the vibration. And
Yeah, put
wearing
me-
headphones. Yeah.
Put me straight to sleep. But I did leave with a Jeff Gordon fit, which I know a lot of people had been really upset at the time, me doing Jeff Gordon, because, he was the baby boy, the little
Yep.
early boy, and
Yep.
Dale Jr., he was the real man.
Little do we know. he
Skittles
would
car?
become, one of the goats.
I knew then.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knew, really.
That's why
'cause
they-
his
that's why
little
they were mad
mustache-
about it.
It was his little mustache. Told us everything.
See, me personally, that's the only way I'm not extremely Southern in my little heart of hearts, because one time they took me to a race. They being, I don't even know who at this point, my grandparents maybe. They took me. They're like, all right, so we're gonna bet like nickels on the cars. Who's gonna win? And I'm like, 0-0 looks right. I'm gonna
Was it
bet
the
on
pace car?
0-0.
Was it the pace car?
No, I bet on 0-0. That car got lapped by every other car in the stupid race like 5 times. I'm not even exaggerating. It soured my taste for the
That's
sport.
funny.
It's like
all it takes is one bad experience.
it's like I freaking lost my nickel today. I'm not doing this anymore.
pissed.
This is a
done
terrible
gambling.
sport.
I'm
That
pissed,
is the
Grandma.
Ethan logic. Oh, I lost once, never again.
I was
Don't
like,
take me to the races ever again. I'm fucking pissed. I'm mad.
my person. I don't know you. Like,
I lost my fucking nickel. I'm fucking pissed off.
What do you think your life would have been like if you would have won the nickel?
ooh, I
You
don't
would
like
be
to think
driving
about
a race
that.
car right now.
I would either be a NASCAR driver, or I'd be at Rosie's right now, maybe.
be a Rosie's.
I like how you almost said rider. Like you would be a passenger in a NASCAR.
I'm about to be a passenger in a NASCAR vehicle.
Honey, I can triple up the mortgage payment. I promise. Just let me keep pulling the slot machine left.
Please, he's
If
like
I
a
hit
robot
big-
waving hello.
So let me dig it in a little further to show how hillbilly I am. So in Bristol, Tennessee, right? So my mom's family is Christmas each year. So I didn't get to go this past one, which I actually shot because we were there on Christmas Eve. What the hell, guys? They do this thing called the Bristol Lights, where you go to the Bristol Speedway and they use every racetrack that's outside. 'Cause you have the NASCAR on the outside, you have your drag races,
Yeah.
you have your other stuff, and literally it's animated like neon signs that do Christmas stuff. So it's
Oh,
like
that's awesome.
you put on this like radio station
Yeah.
and it like syncs with the music that's playing. So you're like driving.
Oh, that's cool.
And some of them are new, some of them are like 50 years old, and you're just watching all these, and then you're driving on tracks
Yeah.
casually, and then when you get into the Bristol Speedway, you're able to do one lap
Just one lap around.
on it. But
and
the
you
thing is,
freaking
if
floor
you
it.
go after, if you go closer to New Year's, not as many people are going out, and they like to do before Christmas. If you get it and it's dead, it's happened before,
You can go.
you can go real
38
quick,
miles an hour.
and it's happened, and it's so. It's
Honey,
a
you
scary
you
feeling. 'cause
hold
the G-force,
down.
you
Yeah.
feel yourself, and you're like, "Fuck this, fuck."
Yeah, yeah.
Slow down, Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm
and
gonna
then,
make this Honda
carry-
My brother
CRV
did it in a
2005 fly today,
No, it was
honey.
actually a 2007 Honda Odyssey, which is a mini.
I was actually really close.
Yeah, and it was
We're gonna
scary.
get this
Dale's
son
waiting
bitch
for
up
me.
to 80.
They was
Yeah.
waiting for me right there in that third
12
corner.
seconds. We're about to get up to 80 miles an hour.
You know,
That's fucking. That's
it's funny because
incredible. That's America right there.
race Dale, praise Dale, but if for
That's
love and
USA.
matrimony, give thanks to Tony.
Give thanks to Tony.
Love you, Tony.
Tony. I won't
Ton
even,
why?
I won't even make any comments about Tony.
I know.
I won't touch that with a 10.
I keep forgetting that he's not on.
Oh, is there stuff?
He's on the outs of people.
I won't
Yeah,
touch
it's
that
bad.
with a
It's
10-foot
bad.
pole.
I didn't know there was problems with.
yeah, I
Tony.
really like Tony growing up too.
Tony, great guy, great racer. That's all we'll say.
All right.
He's a great
We-
racer.
He
the
was a great
podcast
racer.
officially
can't say-
endorses.
But we've gotten everywhere, dude. We have gone all over the place. But I will. I'll put a bookend on this thing so that we can all get out of here.
It's a math rock, NASCAR,
We talked
advertisement.
Math Rock is
NASCAR.
not real.
9/11.
about everything.
9/11.
We didn't talk about Hillary Duff.
We didn't talk
which is
about Hillary
my fault.
Duff.
She's great.
She's great.
That was
God
the one I
bless
was
her.
looking forward to. But
I
It's all
have
over
her
now.
first drop.
Hillary
It's
Huff.
in my car. I listen to it.
Hillary
Oh,
Duff, aged like fine wine.
dude, she did. She's still bad today.
All due respect, I'd love to see that halftime show. We gave the ladies Usher. You know,
Our turn.
give me Hillary Duff. Give me Hillary Duff.
It's boy time.
Give me Hillary Duff and Miley Cyrus.
I love Miley Cyrus, dude. Look,
I think she's a great
let me say this
performer.
one thing and we'll stop. This is why Miley Cyrus is, at least from the Disney era pop star princesses, she's the one.
Yes.
Who the fuck goes, what if I spent all my money and asked the Flaming Lips to be my backing band for the Wrecking Ball tour? Who the fuck does that shit? She'd
just
fly
like,
him across
let's
the
do
country
it.
to where the hell she was so the Flaming Lips could play with Miley Cyrus. Like,
Set it up.
I don't know, man. If I could have saw Flaming Lips with Miley Cyrus,
She's like, yeah, my daddy made Achy Breaky Heart, so you guys have to come tour with me.
Achy breaky flaming
Achy
lips.
Breaky Dart don't got shit on Party in the USA. That's all I gotta say.
Party in the USA is
Yeah,
a
facts.
fucking
It's a fuck.
track, dude.
It is.
They're gonna
like
play
Miley
that
It
shit.
Cyrus.
exists.
Until
Oh my god!
Don't make
yeah.
me put my hands up.
For as long as like,
They're playing
yeah.
my song.
until America does not
It's
exist.
in the butterflies.
She's undeniable.
Actually, that
away.
should become our national anthem. Actually,
Here, that's a great
Party in
All
the
right,
USA.
everyone,
Fuck
put
yeah.
your hands up. We're
Waving
playing
my
your
flag
song.
like,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Everyone's rise for the national anthem.
all right. So
I
this,
put
the
my
book ends
hands
with
up.
we Lost in Space Camp and Biscuits and Gravy both agree and stand in solidarity with Miley Cyrus' track "Part of the USA" as being America's song.
Hey, I noticed you didn't have your hands up. Do you not think it's a party in the USA?
Do you hate America? Do you hate freedom? I was itching
Hey,
my.
hey, that guy's not putting his hands up.
That guy's.
Go get him. Go get him.
Where, Dad? Where?
The next big scandal, just like, so old Jeff didn't put his hands up during the anthem.
Like, this
Party
is the
in the
worst
USA.
thing since Colin Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem.
Tucker Carlson going bananas because someone didn't put their hands up during the
Tonight at 7 p.m., not quite a party in the USA. Local town councilman caught on video not putting his hands up,
Not nodding his head like yeah.
not
Or
moving his
moving his
hips
hips like,
like
yeah.
He said it was not his favorite Jay-Z song.
I've got to say,
The butterflies did not go away.
His butterflies were present the whole time.
this man is clearly a communist and a homosexual.
Put him back into Guantanamo Bay. You know, we just opened it up 5 years ago after so many people weren't raising their hands.
Bring him back. Put him in. Send him to the bay.
I want you to hear. I was itching my thigh. They caught you at the wrong time. I'm gonna die in here, aren't I? Yeah, you are, son.
Yeah, you are, son.
He nods his head like yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't get to listen to Miley in here. We only listen to fucking Breed in here.
That's
At
not too
full
bad. I was
volume.
worried you were gonna say Demi Lovato.
The
so.
Demi Lovato. We listen to the Camp Rock soundtrack.
Poot Lovato, bro. Until you die.
If you know, you know on the boot business.
Yeah, I'll do a little toot. You know, I'll do a little toot.
I poot, I toot, you know.
You
Camp
know,
Rock soundtrack.
I'll do a little toot.
Wait. Does that mean like is Jonas Brothers allowed then?
Yeah, you got
I
some
fuck with some
JB.
Jonas Brothers.
They covered a Switchfoot song
3000.
on Switchfoot's re-release of Beautiful Letdown.
Underwater.
They just played at JMU this past.
I know.
During the football season.
were at
for
the
like
bar
a
serving
day or
drinks and
something.
My
shit.
cousins got to meet them
That's cool.
and brag to me. And my wife's a big Jonas Brothers fan. She was
They
pretty
fuck.
angry.
I
Every
mean, they
girl
fuck.
who was born between 1990 and
I like Jonas
1999.
Brothers.
JB
likes
fuck.
Jonas
Other than
Brothers.
Nick, they seem like really good guys.
Yeah, they fuck them.
They
They,
don't
fuck
even-
now.
yeah,
Nick
they
seems
seem
like,
like
a little
decent
bit of a
people.
man.
Look, Nick looks like a bro.
Is he still married to Priyanka?
I don't think so, bro.
Wow, did that
So
fall
she's
apart?
open. You can slide in.
Wow.
Eric, you got this. Man.
Wow.
It's our
I do
last
love
guy.
Indian
If
cinema.
you listen to that guy sing, nah, you
Yeah,
got
I
this,
mean, he's
bro.
got fucking diabetes. How good of a dude can he be?
He has been punished
We're
for
sorry,
being bad
Kenny.
for that.
I'm
He
sorry.
didn't mean it.
I'm sorry,
Kenny, we didn't
everyone.
mean it.
I'm sorry, my mom. People with diabetes are real people. We see you, you know.
Jonathan, we appreciate you.
People
Yes.
believe you. It's real. We get
Type
it.
1 and Type 2.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
gestational.
you mean type 1 diabetes? That's what they call it.
Type fun. That's so exciting. This episode brought to you by diabetes.
Wilford Brimley on next.
Diabetes. Brought to you by diabetes.
Diabetes.
Brought to you by Shooty Pancreas. This is everywhere.
Wilfred, it's diabetes. He's like, that's what I'm saying, damn it.
I've said it so many times, I swear to you.
They said they brought the wrong fucking cheese danishes. He's like, sorry, bring me a fucking goddamn soda. A real one with fucking sugar.
When I think about what if a dog was a human being, that's what I think about. Is that
Wilfred
man?
Brimley with the big face and the jowl. Yeah, that's it.
Him or,
Jowl, is that what you call it?
that one Mythbuster.
Yeah,
Jamie.
Jamie
They
Heineman.
both
that
look
guy.
like dogs. They look like if people were dogs.
They do look like Wes Anderson's fucking Isle of Dogs.
Yeah,
type
yeah.
shit, yeah. Yeah, they look like they would fit right in. They're just stop motion guys.
Being shitty to everyone around them.
Goodness. And we'll end
Watch
on
out.
that note. Think about Mythbusters.
Yeah.
These guys fucking rock.
Love Mythbusters.
Next
Chris.
time you think you came across nice or mean,
Rest in peace,
ask
Grant
yourself, did I
Imahara.
sound like I was on
Facts.
Mythbusters? If the answer is yes, you're probably mean.
Yes.
Don't be a Mythbuster.
Go bust some myths apart from the idea of a Mythbuster. Be your own Mythbuster.
Like
Yeah.
Stevia is good.
You know, ask the
Stevia
right
is terrible,
questions.
but
Like,
feel free
where
to bust
can I
that myth.
see Lost in Space Camp live? And when are they playing? And where is their album going to be available?
It's gonna be
Words.
available
It's gonna
on.
believe it, but nail.
It's going to be available
better
pretty
believe
much
it.
anywhere, including Bandcamp. And then, daggone, we're
copies?
playing on the 1st for the big old album release show. We're playing on the 16th with a fantastic band we met in New York called Fall of the Albatross. And the album is going to be out on the internet February 23rd.
So if
Stream
yeah,
it.
you like us, come to our next shows wearing yellow and support.
That's exactly
And bring a
right.
can of Zevia.
I will accept the can of
And
Zevia.
throw it really hard at the stage. Austin
do
will
not.
love that.
Yo, you don't.
I'm gonna kick it. It's gonna hit someone I really care about, like
And
my
that's
mom
why
or
he
something.
wants it.
No, not
All
the
right, hold on.
Zevia.
I will say this: if anyone shotguns a can of Zevia at the merch table, I'll give you a free shirt.
Yeah.
Free album.
Hey, wait. Which flavor? Which flavor? Coca-Cola.
Any of them, any of the flavors.
Any of the flavors. of
I'm
Zevia will
personally
do.
a fan of just the blue cola.
Wait.
And it's only one person, the first person to do
The
it.
first person who
Can we
shotguns a
make
Stevia
one
does
more
not make a mess.
constituent for like a contingency? You can't vomit after you do it.
No vomiting. No vomiting.
And you
allowed.
can't
gotta
make a
hold it
mess.
down.
None of it can get on the floor.
No
You-
vomit
we don't
is
want
allowed.
you
Gotta
to
be
make a
clean.
mess at the spot.
Well,
we like the spot.
No, if they're shotgunning it, I'll let them make a little mess. They just can't
No.
vomit
No, they can't make a mess.
and they can't cry.
I mean, we can
They can cry
we
a
can
little
take
bit.
it on the
They're gonna cry a
sidewalk.
lot.
We'll do it outside.
Max is gonna walk up
Just
to the table
mention
and be
I've
like,
got a Zevia and I want to do the thing.
"You're gonna go."
Yeah.
We'll know what you mean.
Well, no,
Exactly.
You're
you're
gonna lock eyes with me, right? You're gonna be doing the shotgunning, and you're gonna be trying not to vomit and cry, and you're gonna be locking eyes with me, and you're gonna be like, "I'll take that shirt, the most expensive shirt." And
I
I'll-
found
There is
Space
one
Camp.
bit of crowd engagement I have yet to put into place because I'm worried what may happen. But I've talked to y'all about it. The Tijuana Mama Challenge.
Tijuana Mama Challenge.
We've talked about the Tijuana Mama Challenge.
Okay, yeah, I need to know.
The Tijuana Mama is a spicy pickled sausage you can find at most gas stations
Yes.
Or the dollar store.
or the dollar store. My idea is if you can throw back the entire Tijuana Mama within
In a swallow.
like 10 seconds and like keep it down, then you get a free shirt. We haven't put that into play yet.
That's not technically on the
nervous.
books.
So we got two.
It's in
We
the
got
play
two
now.
offers. We got two.
Two offers.
You can shotgun a stevia without vomiting. You get a shirt. If you eat a whole Tijuana Mama, you swallow that bad boy.
10
Get a
seconds.
shirt. Now, if you're the person that does both things, you may pick one
Become
item
a member of the band.
out across all of our
You
stuff.
may
You can
play
get
tambourine at our
that'd be
at the
funny.
16th
Actually,
show.
I was gonna offer a hoodie.
So you a member of the band if you do both.
I was gonna offer him a hoodie.
You'll also get a copy of the new album.
Oh.
If you can
You
do
heard it here
both.
first on Biscuits and Motherfucking Gravy.
Yeah, you get a hoodie and a record, and you look awesome and not like a fool
Reminder
in front of
if
anybody.
that this is the first person.
The
Only
first
the
person
first.
that does
Just
this,
one.
like, so it can either be two people. One person does a Tijuana Mama challenge. One person does a Zevia challenge. But if you are the madman that will come up, throw back that Tijuana Mama, and then wash it down with the Zevia shotgun, you get hoodie, shirt, album.
That
the whole
is a Lost in Space Camp
gift
guarantee.
pack. You get the Lost in
no
Space.
vomiting.
Just get your ass to the gas station, get the fucking ingredients, and make sure you're the first one to do it, because there'll be a line. There'll be a line
Actually,
of souls.
I'm pretty proud of our merch. There might be.
I believe it. I believe
Pretty
it.
proud
We
of it.
have good merch.
Thank
You'll
you,
like
thank
it.
Merch is
King's
quality. Shout out to
Shout
King's
out
Green.
King Street.
Handmade by one of our own.
Bespoke. bespoke, but
For
made
you,
by an artist.
made specifically tailored to your body.
Tailored to your body. Each
Tailored
fiber.
to your soul.
Tailored to your soul.
These are shirts for
My
your
soul
soul.
ain't Gundam, but I guess I'll buy it. Yeah, we have some shirts with Zaku's on it.
Fuck yeah.
I like robots. I think
Robots, good.
3 of the hoodies have robots on it.
Fuck yeah.
And
The
one
shirt
does
I'm
not.
wearing right now, we kind of have for sale, but the design's on the front. And it doesn't have a
Yeah.
pocket.
Fuck
It's still really good, though.
Yeah,
I can't wait to check
I'm
them out.
actually the first person, to my knowledge, to do a Roanoke logo and the Reebok logo. You want to show them? Actually, it's actually pretty cool.
Show
Yeah,
him,
check
show
it
him,
out.
show him,
Check
show
it
him.
out.
Look at it. Look at it.
Oh, that is tight.
Camera,
Wow.
camera.
That
Yes,
is
yes.
tight.
You would
Check
think
that out.
someone would have done it,
Space
right?
That's tight.
I think there's a lot of Reebok shame. I'm not.
That's tight.
I love Reebok.
I like that
Might be
very
one of my
much.
favorite athletic brands.
I like that
Shout
very
out to
much. All right, so rush
Shoes
to
brands.
Russell.
the Lost in Space Camp show. Rush to the merch table. If you want to pay money for it, cool. If you want to fucking do a challenge, have a core memory. God damn it.
Two maximum.
This challenge is only available at our album release show,
That's
March
it.
1st.
That's it. But no, guys, thank you so much for coming down here. It's been awesome to
Thank you
meet
for
you
having
guys.
Yes, very fun.
Thank you for being our first band
Yeah.
to perform. That was really incredible. You guys rocked it down here. Set the
spot.
bar high as fuck.
Thank
You
you.
know,
Thank you.
Glad
But I
enjoyed
hope
it.
that encourages other people to come down and try to rock it as well.
Nah,
Come down to Klean Studios. Put on another good show. We like
We
this stuff.
like it here.
Keep,
It is
Yes.
keep
very
Roanoke
good.
alternative music going,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very good hosts. Very good time. If you're a band, you should do this. It's fun.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. We love
Agreed.
a good cosign. And there's no gun pointed at him. Ron's gone.
No, Ron
just
is
off
gone.
Ron is
camera.
gone. Okay. No, but guys, thank you so much for coming. This has been another phenomenal episode of the Biscuits and Gravy podcast. If you stuck with us this whole time, do your fucking thing. Like us, subscribe to us, leave me a comment about how shitty I looked on camera from this angle. I don't care, but just get in there. Get in the comment section. Fuck. If you comment what your favorite Lost in Space Camp song is, I will personally come to your house and give you a kiss on the cheek.
Wow, that is an offer you can't
Fully
deny.
platonic.
That's a good offer.
Yeah, fully platonic.
I've been
fully
trying all
clothed.
night to get one of those.
Kiss on the cheek.
Snag a smooch from the Klean Studios.
kiss my
See,
cheek.
Ethan, this is why you should have gotten here early. That's all I got to say.
Well, I had to knock on the neighbor's door first.
Oh, yeah. Can I say this? GPS tries to take us up the
Yeah, the
street.
GPS was trying to take us
No.
about a
There's a
quarter mile
600
down the
number.
road.
It
I
took me
want
to
you
the
to
wrong
know
house, and I
they
rang
might
their
start-
ring doorbell.
They might start getting. I went there. Ethan got there. Ethan's like, I'm here. I walk out. I know he's not here. And I'm like, bro, where are you? He's like, are you on like a gravel road? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's not the house. He's like, I just rang the doorbell. I was like, leave now. And
rules.
Shout out to
so
the
you have a neighbor
neighbors of
about 2 minutes
Klean
down the
Studios.
road that gets your address.
It's
I
a
was
gravel
not
lot.
a weird
Yeah.
guy.
They're actually my best friend. That's his mom who lives there.
Rock and
So
roll.
next time you see your mom or your best friend's mom, which is probably your second mom, if it's your best friend's mom, apologize on behalf of the space.
Sincerely apologize for that. I was not
She
trying to be
hates
the creep
people,
at your
so-
door.
Damn. We're people, so that's really unfortunate.
So,
Dang
fuck.
it. I am a people.
All right. Well, people out there, thank you for joining us. We love you. We appreciate you. As we always say, find somebody you love and tell them that you love them. And don't be a fucking prick. And we're out.
Bye-bye.
Klean. Fucking spell it right, stupid.